Um, and yeah, does I I know that there is a bit of a McDonald's monopoly. And that's not fair. I know there's a bit of a what's a good monopoly? I know there's a monopoly on high quality recaps in the form of Metro. But is there anyone who wants to occasionally stand up and take a swipe at that monopoly? If
Metro
not,
think it would
that's
be
actually
fine.
hasn't
thematic.
had the chance
Uh,
to do it in a while.
I was gonna say it'll be thematic for Daniel to say it, but I don't know
Yeah,
if his voice can
yeah,
handle it.
yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I
think
want to
I
start.
don't think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't
was
Yeah.
gonna
think I
say
can
if
talk
you if,
longer than a few
but yeah, that's
sentences.
why I was gonna say if you didn't have that problem.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, in that case, once again, we will go with the steady. Metro, do you mind?
Yes. Hello, everyone. There's so many of you now. Yeah. It was a rough one last week. We've gone through a lot together, but that makes us closer. We begun in the sewer battle, continuing our raid on the were rats like local like gang that has been like hassling local businesses and doing all sorts of unsavory activities. We had executed their leader, at least leader as far as we know, and their boss man. So they took his body away. He's gone. He's probably going to come back in some capacity. Um, but once we had dealt with him, it was effectively just like clean up and try to get out of here. Some of us had been downed. We had to like repeatedly pick people up. There was a lot of like heal spamming going on as people were getting like healing worded from zero. Um, Indigo was a big like very vocally like we got to bounce, like this is not a good situation because we're being swarmed and overwhelmed by sheer numbers because obviously they had more guys left, and there were some people who were sticking around and fighting. In particular, people were aggroing most heavily onto Mercy because Mercy is the Terminator. Like she was just a walking death machine that kept getting back up and like
Just
killing them all and
T9000.
microwaving people. Yeah, it was a problem. So every time she'd get up, people would focus fire her again, and understandably, because again, walking death machine. But it made it kind of difficult because from an in-character perspective, it was this like desperate clinging to, oh, we need to like salvage this somehow. We need to stay because everybody's like on their last legs, repeatedly being knocked out and losing consciousness momentarily and having to pick themselves back up. Um, so we regrouped. We started like getting back into position with one another and trying to like make our way through slowly, pick off the remaining enemies. Um, the caster woman was a little bit of a problem because everybody kept focusing on her, so she just started running away and hiding and like stealthing on her turn. But thankfully, she didn't have a lot of big like damaged spells, so she was mostly focused on debuffs and kind of illusion fuckery. Um, but once we'd kind of gone through most of it, and we kind of exhausted our resources to eliminate enemies and heal each other, people started going down in mass. And it became a situation where Indigo, who is like kind of trained in these things, was like, "We're gonna die. Like people are gonna die." Um, and it was around that point when we were like trying to like make our way to the exit and be like, okay, we've kind of done what we came here to do for now. That first Leo went down. Leo got knocked down as he like turned a corner, and Lord Tons of Fun was not sympathetic to the cause. I'll say he was very much like, we need to get out of here, like us and these other people. Not, I don't care. Um, so with that in mind, after
I
Leo
th-
went down, Purser was then knocked down shortly after, and Mercy was literally like a step out of range to do anything about it,
Yeah.
because cure wounds is like range of touch, so she was 5 feet short. Um, so Purser goes down and continues to fail his death saves, and as you all know, uh, did not make it. So he is currently deceased, as is often the case. So After that, the party was, we kind of climbed out of the sewers and passed each other out. Oh, Jotazo showed up again, by the way. Hi, Jotazo. Um, he,
He was the
carried
cavalry.
Purser's body.
He cleared
He
the
was,
exit
yeah,
route,
yeah.
definitely.
He
On the
was
third day,
definitely
look
like
towards the east.
he was our Jon Snow for sure. Um, but he carried Purser's body back out, and everybody kind of cleaned themselves off and went about gathering resources. Mercy got some ritual materials, basically. Um, but everybody, once they kind of got the muck off of themselves and got all patched up, we went back to our ship, and everybody kind of just started coping and grieving in their own ways. Baltazar, understandably, just got like extremely drunk and started like downing liquor. Um, Jotazo is, more of a like practical being, I suppose is the word. So he was like, well, I have to make sure that I do what wise Purser would have wanted me to do. And so he just began cleaning and made sure that Purser was clean and presentable and dignified uh, as a corpse. Mercy cried a lot and gathered supplies, which is also understandable. Um, and it was around that point the next day that Pick, our old rogue, showed back up in town ready to rejoin the quest and had kind of concluded some of her business in her homeland with her peoples.
She
Um,
did the working mom thing while she was gone. Yeah, she's
yeah,
like, all right,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
handled.
She's having her Elastigirl moment. She had, a family to raise, but hero work has its demands. Um,
I didn't think of that. That's great.
Leave all this up
she's
to the man?
she's
I don't
she's
think
the
so.
goat. Like exactly, yeah, best character. But yeah, Pick showed back up, and then Yell, the person, not the character, but Yell, the person, was like, "What if I made this like like 10 times worse? Like, what if I just made it hurt way more for everybody by my being here?" Um, which was cool. We appreciate that about her. But Pick was sort of like very like in denial, not in denial, but like very kind of like this. Oh, this is salvageable. Like trying to convince the group that this was not as it didn't have as much finality as everybody else was kind of perceiving it to have. And Mercy was already kind of on that grind, so she initially is like thinking it's a joke and not really processing it, much like almost in like a childlike way of just not grasping the severity of what's being told to her. And then as it kind of sank in, she became very like, oh, we have to fix it. We have to bring him back. There's still time, but we are on a very short like ticking clock. Whereas Jotazo had already kind of like accepted it almost like he was very much like, I don't understand the Silver Flames like rituals or how they deal with their dead, but I want to do it in the way that he would have wanted to do it. And they had a conversation about that. And I think it was a really cool character contrast of everybody kind of taking it differently. But I digress. So that's about where we're at. The plan now is to cast Speak with Dead at some point, and have Purser kind of answer some questions so that he can get perspective on like what he actually wants to happen, because there's a lot of resources to bring someone back and he can just say no. So we're gonna see what's up
That is true.
and try to converse with him and see what the other side is like for him and all that. If the flame actually does accept its dead or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's where we're at. That's that's my quick version of what happened. This is why we have like
No,
this.
I appreciate it.
So
And
I would like to add that I'm
Uh-huh.
touched that everyone cared so much to put on such an incredible performance while I couldn't say a word, partly because I was dead and partly because I was dying.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You let out the most like deathly like I'm sorry, and I thought like, are you in character right now?
I
Speaking from beyond the grave.
I had a really hard time last session because I kept like thinking in my head like, okay, my character is new. I don't know this guy very well, so I need to let the other more important characters have their moment. And like I was trying so hard not to like steal attention. Um,
No, you on
but
that note, like you and Indigo especially, you're fairly new, so like Leo approached it very well. Indigo approached it very well. He's like, okay, I don't realistically know this guy well enough to to be around his friends right now, but I can take action. Like Leo immediately went and started, you know, we should look to see if, they're were rats. They have a bolt hole. I should start beating bushes to see where they're scattering. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, everybody very much. It's like points in whose line is it now. All of you were very good at RPing that. I am not good at drama personally, and I could just kind of let go of the wheel, and all of you handled it beautifully. So kudos from the DM. Um, but yeah, on that note, let's grab the date here. Post it up, Mishann General. There we go. So, um, picking up there where you're getting ready to try and speak with. It's one of those scholarly things. If it's Purser's soul, remnants of remnants of Purser's memories, all of those things depends on who you ask. Um, Different faiths have different answers.
You could
But
ask Purser with the spell, and he'd be happy to explain.
you could, but what would be answering? Um, but the the morning sun peeks out from behind the clouds. This time of year, rain isn't uncommon in Stormreach, and it looks like you're in for what might even be a storm. The water around the ship has been growing choppy for a few hours now, although none of the ship's residents have paid it much mind. I feel like everybody's probably otherwise occupied. Um, for their part, the NPCs involved here, Acolyte Morgana Ademelik was horrified when you returned with Purser's body in tow. I didn't really want to pull focus from the party onto NPCs, but I figure they were around. Um, but she has calmed herself since, at least somewhat. She's very apprehensive about your resurrection plan, but has held her tongue thus far, either out of respect for you or the prefect that she was sent to train under. If he trusted you lot, then uh, she'll at least, as long as you don't do anything like try and call on the Delkier to revive him, that would be a bad idea. Um, but Cadrock has been on the ship under the watchful eye of Sardud Yajak, the Sulatar priest brought along for his value as a backup captain. The ship requires a spellcaster to function, and Purser didn't always want to be the default guy. And as a nod to the now distant city-state of Alam Cusp. The man is humorless at the best of times, and he clearly disliked acting as a caretaker for the young human boy, especially given the number of questions Cadrock peppered him with. But for once, his somber nature is appropriate as he holds up a golden symbol of fire, murmuring incantations or something like it, towards Purser, apparently a sign of respect more than any particular spell. And much to at least some of your surprise, probably especially Jotazo's, he does offer to assist in the resurrection ritual if you have need of it. Um, he has never enacted them, but he's aware of how they function. Um, Pick, there are a lot of things your friends are good at. Talking, building things in the dirt, making things out of metal, and, some complex magics. But one thing you know without a doubt that you're better at them uh, is the ritual required for speaking with the dead. No guardian gets the title without being able to enact it nearly flawlessly from memory. The only barrier here is that you're far away from the many duller manifest zones that cover the southern half of the big island. That's normally where the guardians would draw energy from in order to do this as kind of a ritual. Luckily, the things Purser himself taught you can make up for its absence here. If you instead draw from the light of the flame, as he would call it, or privately, just refer to it as a glorious lamp, it will be about an hour until some semblance of purser can answer your questions without consuming a spell slot. Cast it as a ritual. And yeah, it's assuming you guys want to do that.
Yeah, Mercy would support that course of action. Because
And last
the
time
Speak
Pick
with the
had
Dead
already lit.
spell is unfortunately limited.
Fair enough. What
Yeah,
were you
and
saying?
Pick had already
Sorry.
lit the. Oh, Pick had already lit the incense to begin the ritual last time, and is doing her own version of it, which is probably different than a lot of folks. But
Yeah, like I said, it's the fact that you can pull it off as a ritual is a big element. But no offense to them, but their version is kind of a brute force. It's like, no, it can just work on its own. Type thing. You just have to know how to ask. But yeah, you're able to set up a little ritual circle and reach out and speak with. Once again, it's a matter of if it's their soul or if it's their memories or how much of that is, what's the difference type thing. Pick your people usually refer to it as soul, as the soul, but there could be more. But yeah, you can reach out and kind of find the impression that Purser left in Dolur and ask it questions.
she seems very official in her little tiny priest capacities. This is business mode.
Yeah, and
But
Mercy would solemnly watch while you do the entire thing. She'll ask questions afterwards, but right now she knows the importance of just letting someone focus on the task at hand. But she's definitely staying at a respectable distance, kneeling, hands crossed over her lap as she's watching you. And she's switched over to her vestments for this.
sorry, I don't mean to keep hitting that, but all my spells shrunk, and I'm trying to hit the info thing and make them bigger.
Big. No, you're good. It is odd the spell shrunk. I don't know.
I don't know why they did that. It got rid of all of the. I don't know if it did it to everybody's character sheet, but like when I tabbed over to my spells tab, everything was gone.
That may have been me.
Okay. Damn
That's
it,
fair.
Purser.
Look, I
Um,
have a particular sense of organization. Don't give me access to anything that you like. I can't be trusted.
I was going to add a little retcon, if you didn't mind, to my thing last night. I did not get drunk
Okay.
because I can't anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh,
So
oh yeah,
you drank a
that's.
I
lot
was-
and got frustrated.
I drank a lot, and no, I'll say I looked like I was getting drunk, but I was completely sober. I just needed a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did the classic like high school kid thing where it's like, oh, I'm so high. That was oregano, dude. Yeah. That's fair.
Placebo still works, I hope.
Yeah, could be.
It just occurs to me like something that came to mind earlier was when we were doing a recap of Pick showing up being very much via the Game Grumps like, oh, you don't have any manga.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was just assuming the Donald
What?
Glover meme.
It's like, why don't you ask Purser and borrow some?
Yeah. Before we get too on that track, I agree, but yeah. So you cast the ritual. It does go off without a hitch, such as it were, and you can ask some questions of a remnant of Purser.
did you say the
Doesn't-
rituals had happened, or we're waiting for the?
No, it is.
Wait.
It is complete. It goes off without a hitch. Yep.
I
So I
await
was
your
gonna-
questions.
I was
Hit
going to
me.
ask Pick, is this going to be a communal questions or just you?
Yes. You have 4
Yes.
questions left.
No.
But
Fuck you.
they can
You know what? Fuck you. Stay
only
dead.
answer about 5 times of anything that we ask, and he only speaks what he is going to, or what he would have known to speak in life. He doesn't have to be honest with us, but I don't see why he would not be. The answers are usually short. They may be cryptic or repetitive. His soul is not home still. It is just a animating spirit. He cannot learn new things, and he does not understand anything that happens after he died, or think about the future, speculate about the future. So we can only ask him as he was.
Oh, limitations.
Yeah, I will say that during all this, Joseph is like nearby, and he very much has like the opinion as if like something profound is about to happen, like even
Yeah.
more than like even like this situation has. It's very much like it'd be the equivalent of if like I don't know, it's not only like oh we get to speak with a dead friend. It's as if like we get to speak with like I don't know one of the founding fathers or something along those lines. Like
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I will
I
say that for like to as beautifully demonstrated by by Purser's, you have 4 questions. Um, for questions you don't have to type them out, but like say like I don't know, this is an official question or something, and the party can discuss it out of character, however you guys want to do it, but like do something along those lines so it's not DM, what year is it? Year 1000. You have 3 questions. Fucker. Like shit like that. Like,
I think the
yeah.
purpose of what we ask for Purser has been to know if he will come back if we call. And I think that a lot of what he valued was his service to the flame. So we may ask something along the lines if he feels he has completed his service to the flame, or if he would return to do so.
No, yeah, that actually sounds pretty much perfect.
Yeah, my out of character like thought process on it would be that question 1 is do you feel that you are done or do you want to come back, and then the following questions are like how to proceed based on that answer. Like so they're
Okay.
dependent. So if he says like no, then it's like okay, what do you want us to do with your body? What are the steps you would have us take and stuff like that. And if he says yes, then we have to ask about like how to like what the procedure and how ethical like he would consider it to be for us to proceed in a certain way or whatever. But like the we only need 1 question really, and then the 4 remaining questions are like follow-ups for procedure is how I'm seeing it.
Also, well, I would totally do this. Purser is nice enough to not trap you in semantic ambiguity.
If you died, you would do that to me?
you have
Kind of.
3 questions remaining.
All right, guess you want to stay dead. Goodbye.
Hey, do you want to stay dead or do you want to be resurrected? Yes.
You have 2 questions remaining.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So, it's first question sounds like the pretty straightforward one. Um, it you want to be revived, however you guys want to word it. That sounds like the general gist.
Do we want to
Yes.
do the question, do you feel you have completed your service to the flame?
Okay. There you go. Sounds like a good wording.
Well, okay, so that one doesn't really ask if he wants to be revived or not. That's just like, hey, did you do your service? Yes or no? Okay, well that can we bring you back?
You
So
are
do we want
capable of bringing me back. God damn it, Mercer.
Hey, let me do the tricking, Sam.
um if you were called by your friends to return to the service of the flame, and your mission, would you answer? Would you come back? Is that what we want to ask, kinda?
Yes, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Versus
think
like
that is good.
friends. What are these friends you speak of?
Oh, don't even start fucking.
Anyways, yeah,
So yeah,
hands off
so
the wheel here. Go ahead.
just hit me with whatever the actual wording is, just so I'm clear.
Let's see.
Friend Purser, if we use magical means to bring you back to the land of the living, would you return and continue your mission with Silver Flame?
That's good. Here I was trying to type it. Good job.
Always.
Pick looks very optimistic at Mercy. Like, yeah, good job.
Was the big one? Yeah, yeah. There you go.
She does like a
fuck.
celebratory
Oh.
Shoryuken.
Oh man, like if
You can see Balthazar just put his hands on his chin.
Purser.
Go. You can see Balthazar literally put his hand on his forehead and just go, "Oh, thank God! I was already writing an eulogy."
Yeah, the
Great job,
service to the
Daniel. Like,
flame
okay,
part was the
if
trick.
My dearest Rebecca, I hate the were rats. I hate the were rats so much. They
My
bite
dearest
and
Melkart.
claw like something awful.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
part of what got me really hard last time, like it was a really subtle thing, but like one of the most cutting lines in the whole of last session was, God, how am I gonna tell Ludger about this? Like that really like, oh God.
Yeah, Ludger would be nervous. But yeah. So the big question's answered. It's a matter of if you have any like, should we ask Purser if he always hid the cool snacks? Or, like I don't know. It's up to you guys
No, no,
if you
no.
want to do other shit.
Okay. Friend Purser, I have the means to use the Raise Dead spell to bring you back immediately. Is this agreeable to you?
It seems more likely than not.
Okay.
In the corner, Jotazo just scratches his chin at the ambiguity of that.
Yeah.
To be fair, all of this is ambiguous to Jotazo. Like this is like,
Yeah.
wow, this is complex. Wow.
Yeah, this is whatever animating spirits they're interpreting, like what Purser would do in the situation.
Yeah.
Normally, those who go into the water do not talk back. This is strange.
Yeah.
Pick just tilts her head at him and is like, it depends on where your culture is from. We can bring many back from the water to speak. That is what we do.
To be fair, like Jotazo does know that about Pix people. Like they have a rep on across the entire island. It's like, if you want spooky stuff to speak with those who have gone, she's the one. Like her people have mastered it. Yeah.
What
We
would be
keep
your
the dead.
preferred method of returning to the land of the living?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I was coughing.
Oh, what would be your preferred method of returning to the land of the living?
I would prefer if I didn't have to walk.
Okay, so that's 3 down.
You basically spent 3 questions to ask the same thing.
What?
Yep.
Listen,
Pick wants
it's
to ask
about
him silly
consent.
questions,
It's about
but she,
consent. They have a firm
yep.
yes on consent. Yeah.
And also, like, just the idea of, like, okay, I can do it my way, but do you have your way that you would prefer? That's
So I was
kind of
very tempted to ask if like he dies for real and we can't bring him back if he can eat his art, but
That's
You can
awful,
do that when
man.
he's back.
no,
I
it's
I don't
how
think
wisdom
Leo,
is.
like in character, Leo wouldn't pitch any questions because he's like, this isn't my place or position. But like an out of character thing that comes to mind for me, the player, to ask would be like, do you expect that there will be like extra planar consequences for doing this? Like, do you think that Dolar will be pissed if you come back? Pick would probably know the answer to that better than me
Yeah,
anyway, but it's like where my head
he
is at.
has
It's like, okay, what are you worried about if we do this?
he has not already walked. He has not already gone too far. If this had been longer, it would be too far, and it is wrong. But this is he has not crossed the point where it would be improper to request a return. But there is a point that happens when it is improper to request a return.
Well, 3 days is usually the maximum, like impossible. It's largely because of your people, like because you guys do work for, I won't say do work for, but like you regularly aid or at least kind of venerate the Queen of the Dead. She usually gives you guys a pass if you, on the rare occasions when you help with res stuff. Um,
Yeah.
she like can and will intervene if you're dead for 5 minutes. Like 3 days is just the max until most souls basically just dissolve in the soup that is Dolor. But um,
But that's beyond. That is the past the appropriate time to ask. This is still within the
yeah,
acceptable asking period, is what
yeah,
she's
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
haven't we haven't passed beyond. It's now rude to do this.
and nearly impossible. Like unless
Yeah.
something special happened, you could try and res them, but it's like the memories are cooked.
Yeah,
Um,
because Dolar gives you like god dementia, basically.
yeah, yeah. Each level
It's
of
been like
ennui.
it's been
Yeah.
about a day and a half right now, right? So,
It's been like 8 hours, not even 24 hours. So, yeah.
oh, I thought because we long
Purser's
rested, I thought
pretty
it was
good at the ennui saves, though, so he could probably last like a week or two.
a.
Yeah.
That'd be so sad. Don't
No,
do
you
that.
guys long rested. It's been about 8 hours, but it went from about 3 a.m. to, 8 hours later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still morning. But yeah,
So yeah, there's 2 questions left.
yeah, assuming you want to ask him.
So yeah, Mercy is going to look around and just I understand that we have 2 questions left, but I can cast a raise dead spell now.
Pick wants to be weirdly selfish and ask silly questions, but she won't.
That's fair.
Oh, he
The
gave us a green light.
um that was literally one of the hardest things. That's regularly probably one of the hardest things for your people to like. It's not that hard to get the spell or to get the ritual down. It's like a lot of they usually have to have like a senior guardian with it so that all the questions aren't like, you know, did you like book? Like,
Yeah.
stuff like that to like 5,000-year-old dead body or something.
I don't know how like capitalistic her people are, but I would imagine that most of the questions, if it was applied to like our reality, would be like, "Hey, where's the money? Do you have any more money?"
Pix people are pretty tribalistic. I don't think that's a big thing for them, but it's
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, but
They
yeah,
needed more favors than anything.
exactly.
Favors and
Uh,
stuff.
favors and stuff. Sometimes oh, I really like your skull flower pot. That's really cool. Okay, yeah, you have it. Type of thing.
Just as though scratches his chin before like basically I don't know, trying to ask the group in a like kind of like pull him aside so like the spell can't hear. Should we ask if Pearl and Redentor are all right?
Should we ask what?
He
I don't even.
he wants to
I
ask
don't
about
even
the
know what that
summons.
is.
That's pretty
Oh,
adorable, I will
oh, like the
say.
familiar. Okay.
Jojiso asks like the most unexpectedly adorable questions sometimes. Are are the
Jo-
summons okay?
Jokes is so Purser's dead. What about the pets?
No, I mean like the earnestness of it. That's great.
Yeah, no, it's
Uh,
beautiful.
but yeah, to avoid getting bogged down in silly questions galore, you guys can come up with something, or we could have Mercy move on to resin if you want to give it a
Mercy has
shot.
asked all the questions that she wants. She's open floor to everybody else.
An actually like important one that I think is worth someone thinking about is if this doesn't work, what would you have us do? Like, what do
Okay.
you want us to do with the body, or how do you want us to proceed with any like quests you want us to take on? Just like what Purser thinks is important to do in the wake of his death.
Should this fail? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question. And
Is that what you ask, or
yeah, that's the question.
okay?
Okay.
Well, again, Leia wouldn't suggest anything, so it's on
Leo
whether or not
could
other people
suggest it
want
to the
to.
group theoretically, and someone like,
Yeah, he
that's a
could
good
be like,
idea.
perhaps you could do this if people are thinking about it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's
yeah.
not taking the initiative on asking Purser directly.
That's fair. But so yes, that is an official question, Purser, since I'm not hearing anything else.
Yeah, what would you do should? What would you have us do should this fail?
Continue contact with the city authorities to hunt down the last of the rats. Remand my body into the care of the Keep of the Silver Flame here in Stormreach.
At the mention of hunting down the last of the were rats, Mercy's eyes flash red.
Yeah, that's in action. Fair enough.
We all kind of clutch a fist and give a like. Is there like an ethereal like ghost that we see of him like Star Wars style, or what is the?
No, it's like my actual mouth talking.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
of
no,
course. Okay.
yeah. No,
Like
it actually,
there's
Okay.
like some ectoplasmic glowy light, I guess, and the actual
Gotcha.
body is animated. Not like the movie where it actually like, gets up
gets
and
up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha,
Baldur's
gotcha.
Gate.
Okay. I wasn't sure what I was picturing here. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'll sort of like clench a fist and just give a very like quick, respectful like bob of the head in understanding.
Okay. Cool.
That's it for me though. That's what I've got.
All right. Any other questions before Mercy and accompanying aid attempts resurrection? Cool. All right. So with that in mind, pick. It's probably a good idea to let the magic of your ritual kind of drain away before Mercy starts doing a bit more complex thing. So um, the the connection that you forged sort of drains away a little bit, and it's one of those things. Resurrection is more than just an expensive affair. It can be incredibly dangerous for everyone involved. Drawing back the soul of someone long dead involves an almost heroic level of power, and a soul that has endured the realm of the dead's ennui, which slowly dissolves the victim's memories. And that's assuming you don't draw the attention of the Queen of the Dead or her various agents. Fortunately for you, uh, Purser is not that long dead, but he's still passed through. So, Mercy, by channeling the power of the sovereign host, you believe you can provide a way for Purser's soul to return from Dolur, or even beyond that, depending on personal beliefs. Whether his soul is in Dolur, or just, the memories were purged and the soul went on to join with the flame, or the host, or whatever. There's a lot of different interpretations. Um, you have the most important parts, the diamond dust and his intact body. Um, but it could be easier to keep the channel open, significantly easier, with Sardud and Pick's powers. If they're willing to assist. Sardud, for his part, like I said, he's kind of a killjoy ass normally, but he seems willing to assist with this, at least in theory. As long as you're not trying to res him as a zombie. Sardud's pretty horrified by undead, but yeah.
He's
Is willing to
fuck
help,
it. I
but
could
doesn't
just
know the
imagine.
stranger.
Oh, that would be so fucked up. Like, I think I actually have those spells.
Whoops, wrong button. Yeah. But
Oh
Pick,
yeah,
Oh
animate that.
shit!
I do have it.
yeah. Pick, for your part, are you willing to assist Mercy? I assume yes, but I figured I'd check.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, with that in mind, the actual ritual, details are kind of scarce. Is there any flavor or like, anybody here, it doesn't have to be just the people doing it, any of you have any ideas on like what the ritual might look like, where you're performing it, where everybody else is? Like, how do you want the scene to look, basically? Because, the ritual is just spell mechanic, but how do we want to set this up?
Mercy would kind of defer to Pick's expertise just because, like, her people are much more knowledgeable in the realm of the dead than she is. Most of her focus was on people not dying.
That's fair.
Doesn't always succeed, which is why we're in the situation that we're in right now. So
Okay.
yeah, like she has like a very almost like academic understanding of it, and like she knows how to do it, but the extra flavor she would defer to Pick's expertise for.
Okay.
I think Pick would kind of lightly wrap the body up in some sort of whatever their effective like cheesecloth was as like a symbol, because their people do like the cocoon, like a moth, like you're bringing them back. Since
Probably
he
either
is
some kind of silk or like I would imagine a popular one
muslin.
would be like large leaves, like certain kinds of large leaves type thing.
Yeah, I was like, since they don't have them here, I was thinking she'd work with what she got.
Yeah.
And then there's probably music because her people are more like tribal based, so maybe a certain like rhythm or something like that that is sung while they do it, or I guess tapped out while they do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then since he is more of the silver flame, she might work with more candles and set candles around and stuff like that, and put his holy symbol on his chest.
Purser did show
Um,
you a type of like alchemical mixture that his people use pretty extensively. It's I think like silver burn or something. It's called, where like they add it to candles and that they burn like a silverish or whitish flame as opposed to orange.
Do
So
not
Yeah.
put silver burn on Purser.
She knows not to put it on his body because that's what they use so they don't come back. She knows
Okay.
that much.
Okay.
Oops.
Don't worry, brother. You
Um,
will remain pure.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. She'd probably not do a lot of the things that her people do necessarily the same, because she knows that that's like not the Silver Faith thing. So she might talk to the priest a little and say like, "This is what we do. We put a like carved mask on them. We wrap them. We speak our memories to the body while they're trying to resurrect them. We like everyone is supposed to speak memories to them because we're supposed to be reminding them as we call them back, spoken to this rhythm."
Okay. Stardust for his part is just well we we don't usually resurrect people. We usually burn them when they're gone. They've entered paradise. Why would they want to come back? But um the usually we yeah, like his people don't have a tradition of it. So actually similar to Mercy, he's willing to just like follow your lead. Um but yeah, and
She
do you
thinks
want
it's important that they have sweets because that's
that's
supposed to lure back the spirits
Yeah.
of the dead.
You're trying to lure them back, like, duh.
Yep.
Now, did you want to like set this up outside or like inside the ship or rent a
Preferably
hotel room?
outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
'Cause
imagine we
I would
want sunlight at least. Like,
Okay. I was just checking because it is like starting to kind of storm, and that's why I figured
that's fair.
there's
I
gonna
was
be
gonna
some
say
rain
that.
coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say that um, if it was sunny outside, I would say definitely outside. But if
Ma-
it's not,
Maybe somewhere with some windows at least, so that we can get some natural light through the room.
Yeah, I
or
mean
use one of
there
the
is a
sails
porthole.
to kind of just create a. I mean, Pick would vote for outside, and she'd say we could just put like a sail or an oilcloth over us where we're doing this, but
Yeah, I get
You
like a
could
tarp
definitely
over
swipe a
outside has
sail
always
from
been
one of the other
important.
ships. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
at least in
doesn't have
hers.
sails is the problem. Like this ship is
Yeah.
just, it has giant elemental rings, but you could go over and swipe a sail from a old-fashioned ship or buy one if you
If
wanted to be
if
less
Mercy
dickish.
walks up and asks you for your sail, I don't think anyone's telling her no. To be honest.
Pirate, like, somebody might be
That's
like,
fair.
no. Why? It'd be like walking up, can I have your tire at like a gas station? It's like,
Yeah.
no, like, what?
Depends on who's asking, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I need that to leave, but yeah.
Just go to
But
where they have
yeah,
oilcloth.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's stocks. You can get one. I don't know, 5 gold. There, you have one. Um, and yeah, so you have some oilcloth if you want to try it outside as the wind picks up, ship rocks back and forth, rain starts to come down. And yeah, sky fulfills its earlier promise of rain, and the rain does begin to come down in the usual volume in this part of the world. I'm sure Purser would love the like tropical storms that occasionally hit. And yeah, you guys pick. It sounds like people. Do your people like tell the stories of the memories out loud, or
Uh,
do they like what do they do?
Well, since they don't really like speak when they're doing it for drow and stuff like that because it's all in the mind. And for their people, it's obviously Dreacrine. So she'd just say that for drow and stuff, she'd have them like speak the memories to him. It doesn't have to be loud, but like as they're doing the ritual, people should come up and each tell them like a memory of him. Like,
Ooh, okay, okay.
Is that
Yeah, I know
something
I
we
like
want to
that.
do in character? Like go around the
That
room
that's
basically?
that's a good question. If you don't want to, you can easily just say I speak a memory. But
yeah,
if that sounds fun to you, we could do a like a you know while Mercy, Pick, and Sardud are setting up, you guys PCs could recite a memory to aid in the ritual. Um,
offer him
and
food he likes if we have any. Something spicy. I think he liked. We usually use sweets.
spicy
Just
sweets.
draw a line of hot sauce from hell to his body.
Yep. Yep. She's like, go get spicy bottles of things. Bring them.
Yeah, that's
She'll
fair.
just like pay a sailor to go do it. Like, go get all of the spicy bottles of things and
we
things of spice.
we get some of that like Sino waiver pizza you always want Daniel to eat.
Ah,
Yes.
that's fair. Okay, so well, I'll just go top down for the Discord thing. Does Balthazar have anything he wants to say to Purser, or do you want to just be like, I tell a memory or something like a memory you think that you have strong of Purser?
I had a little speech, but not really a memory. But I would think of the time. I think of the time we were at his tower. It was and we got attacked by something. What was it? It was a tower he used spellcasted where we were handling the drow tribal warfare, and something attacked us. Or a guy climbed right up the wall.
Do you have any
Oh,
idea how little that narrows it down?
no, actually, so
It does
right
because
after,
I wasn't there for a long time.
yeah, right, it was right after Balthazar joined. I'm happy to provide a little bit of edification given that we have a couple newer players. At the very beginning of the more political element of things, the first task the party had to make allies amongst the northern Drow clans was to go and basically assassinate someone, and that was where Lord Biapo was killed, the first Lord Biapo, who's now residing in Balthazar's Ring. And during that fight, you guys also took down a couple of artillery towers where magical artillery
It
had been
wasn't
set
the
up.
towers.
It
It
wasn't?
wasn't that
Okay.
one. It was
I
it
think
was
I-
afterwards. I'm
We
trying
were
to remember.
ambushed while resting in my Galder's tower.
Yeah, if
Oh.
you,
think it
when,
was
we're
like
when we're going like northeast into like the other side of the island.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
I
the
think it
fight
might
you
have
were
been
talking
like
about, but I can't remember what it was.
I think it was like a monkey or giant
Uh,
lizard or something.
no, it
Like
was an enormous flaming squirrel. That's
That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that too. Okay. Yeah, so you could tell that story of
And
like
and
Doberman-sized fiery squirrels attacking the
and the
party.
other memory
Yeah.
was it's more of a Jason memory when he summoned a demon right in front of the purser and I could literally see him sweating.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so like when like you remember Purser's like screams of alarm from his like, two-story penthouse suite as fire squirrels had like snuck into his bedroom, and and the memory of like the warlock fellow who was helping you just randomly summoning two demons out of nowhere to help with the fight.
It had fucked off because he was only there for one session.
Yeah,
He did that twice.
yeah. Though I probably the worst time like when they were bigger demons, we'll just specify.
Yeah, it
Um,
was those monkey like gorilla ones.
yeah. Okay. So those are I guarantee you those are memories with strong emotional resonance with Purser. So that's a good job. Uh, uh, with that in mind, I know Indigo is out doing like tracking down leads, but if you want him to be here, he can be. Sauce, what do you want to do for Indigo's stuff here? I know you're new to the party, but I figured I'd check.
Yeah, thanks for checking in. Yeah, he's out hunting, trying to figure out like if there's an alternate nest. Uh, if they're trying to res, he's doing the work.
Okay, okay. I
He's
do
he's fine.
have kind of a scene for that when we're done with the res thing.
Yeah,
You
well, let's get back to the res thing.
okay? No. I just wanted like I'm not ignoring it. I just wanted to check to see if
Yeah,
you were involved.
no, it's good. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, Leo, also a newer member, but you at least sailed here with the group. Were there any memories that you think from that time that might help draw Purser?
Yeah, he'll kind of like come up slowly with a bit of like awkwardness as he gets up to the body, and he'll say, I still remember the the awkward meeting that we had, wherein we were accosted by that large sea monster thing. We were both leaping over the edges and trying to save everyone in sight at the cost of ourselves. I didn't know you for very long, but I feel that we had a sort of kinship immediately. You were a pompous ass most of the time, but I admired your commitment to doing what was right at all costs, and I aspire to do the same. In a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
short
no
time,
kidding.
we managed to do quite a lot of good together, and I pray that we can complete the good we have left to do together. And he'll just very like respectfully bow his head and sort of step away with that.
Okay. Yeah, so kind of the memory of the initial two
The
people.
Kraken thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, like the two people fighting over who could jump into the Kraken's mouth first type thing, yeah.
Yeah, like one of us would leap ahead and then get saved by the other, and we were sort of like seesawing.
Yeah. No, I love it. Okay, yeah. So that's one. Jotazo.
Oh wait, I
What
would like
is?
to add
Oh,
something at the
sorry.
end,
Go ahead.
actually, real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
Uh, just before he steps away, he'll look back and he'll say, "Thank you for the wine," and then he'll continue on.
That is, yeah, that's fair. He did get you some good. I think it was rainbow shard wine.
It was
Um,
Ondarin, like native Ondarin wine, yeah.
yeah, that's. I mean, of course it is. It's rainbow shard wine. Who else can make it?
It's the best
Um,
wine in Corvair.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But with that in mind, Jotazo, what is a memory that you think would help
Uh,
bring Wise Purser back?
if it, I was gonna say real quick, if this wasn't a sad moment, Balthazar wouldn't even start arguing with Purser's corpse about who had the best wine.
Of course, yeah. This is the best time to start arguing with. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. You want to prove it? You bring your ass back, and we can fight each other over it.
yeah, that's
If
fair.
it works, it works.
Yeah, pettiness does seem like it would be a lure. But Jotazo,
If you think Irish wine is better, stay dead.
yeah. Jotazo, what
Uh,
is your memory?
it's more of like an overarching like of his time, like from the very beginning. Wise Purser, the first of the people from you know Kuravar that became a true teacher to me. I am, of course, grateful to those from Kuavar who helped free my people and myself from the minds of the thief elves, but it was he who truly began my journey of learning the ways of the Kuravar. And over the many days that I have known him, I believe that he was not only the first teacher, but the best. For in many ways, wise purser, I feel that you are everything my people should be. Sophisticated, intelligent, very mindful of, you know, customs and civilized ways of doing things. But at the same time, within your heart, beat the heart of. It occurred to me I should have asked this of like would be like the equivalent of like a lion on like
Lionworks.
Zendrick.
Oh, on
Yeah.
Zendrick.
Or well within the Caparian Islands or
You could say sailback. Like that's the
yeah,
biggest, scariest, like
yeah,
pseudo mythological still beast thing.
yeah. Within your heart, I mean within your chest beat the heart of the most fiery and enraged sailback when it was necessary to do so. I always felt, I have come to believe that that is exactly what my people could be and should be, and I hope that you may come back and continue, wise purser, to be my teacher and perhaps the teacher of my people.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's right up there with a memory. That's
Well, if that doesn't sell it, then
okay. So that's Jotazo steps up and basic more of a plea than a memory. Um, Mercy, you don't have to do a memory because I would say like you're busy working the ritual, but if you wanted to like do so, you could. You could absolutely like you and Pick still can add your memories to it, but it's also a matter of like no one would blame you. You're busy spellcast. It's up to you.
I feel like Pick would be chattering it away to him the whole time she was working, whenever she was near him, like
Okay, yeah, yeah.
that
Fair enough.
he's also just giggling when she thinks of like him being drug out of the tent by a displacer beast.
Okay,
Um,
that's
and dealing
Times.
with dealing with tear moths for the first time, and him trying to help herd gentle bellows in his full paladin outfit in the middle of a jungle, and think like
yeah,
just there's so many. She'd just be like, she talks to them like he's already there. She's just
yeah.
giving him all the memories and stuff.
All
Like, you
all
are
of your
silly.
all of your southern bless his heart moments with like, oh, he
Yep.
he he don't know how to be in jungle. Yeah. Okay.
No.
man, I wish Bemi was here. No, this would be a great eulogy.
But Mercy, did you have any, if Pick's doing it, you absolutely can. Did you have anything you wanted to, any memories that, or pleas or whatever that you thought might draw Purser's spirit back?
Um, yeah, I think that Mercy does follow Pick's lead here, where just like throughout between the concentration of actually doing the spell, um, just like talking about her own, fond memories of working with Purser. Um, but I think that her whole thing is a little bit more on Jotazo's line, where like in
Okay.
between talking about the memories, it's just the plea. Um, and in lull in the ritual when everybody else is kind of like busy doing other things. Um, damn it, Scott. Yeah, she just kind of the quiet lull, she just leans forward and goes, "Friend Purser, you, more than anyone else, has given me a renewed sense of purpose. I did not know what to do with my life after the war, but coming here and meeting you has given me an idea of how to actually live. You are my closest friend. I really hope that you come back to us." And
Okay.
after that, she just returns to the ritual.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Um, yeah, the sailcloth at this point is like regularly going taut and like cracking back and forth. I imagine Lean tethered it down to various points. Um, the storm is aggressively like it's not a hurricane storm, thank goodness. Mishann has terrible hurricane storms in the right season. But this is a pretty, it's a strong rainstorm, cracks of lightning here and there. Um, and yeah, as the ritual is kind of like rising to its crescendo, I don't know if anyone would actually notice him return, unless he wants them to. But Indigo has returned to the ship. If he wants to chime in as the ritual is really gearing up, so to speak.
I think he's really more interested in the fact that like this is like twice in like less than 12 hours that he's seen something like this, and
Yeah.
just kind of marveling at it, really not really sure how to feel, but just quietly observing in the background, not really alerting anyone to his presence yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it also makes sense. Um, all of these people are like have obviously been together for a long time, and like I met them less than 24 hours ago, guy. Like, yeah, no, like that makes perfect sense. Um,
Bro, I
so,
just got here. I don't know
yeah,
what you mean they've all been traveling together. Like
yeah,
I'm
yeah, exactly. Um,
Oh,
so
you're a
yeah,
junior. You don't have any experience, said the guy who'd been on the team for a week.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right, man.
exactly. Um, but yeah, Mercy pick. Um, as the storm increases, I won't say like in time with your spell because your spell is going pretty quick. You both, it flares up, and the diamond dust, which thankfully you can like put under the body as opposed to over, in the right sigil, flares, and for a brief moment, everything seems to sort of pause, and you feel both of yourselves, along with Sardud, pulled into the spell, or at least your senses, as it hijacks like your senses. No longer perceiving the mortal plane of Eberron, the world darkens until it appears as a featureless void. Then slowly details come into focus. Around your legs is a writhing mist that you swear whispers to you in a chorus of voices. Some may be familiar. Uh, as quickly as the details come, they change as you're pulled through a dark maze or maybe tunnels at speeds that blur the already indistinct shapes around you. You're following a thread of silver energy in the air, or whatever passes for air here. That's your spell, or that's the spell linking you to Purser's soul, or his memories, or whatever it is, whatever could resurrect him. Um, they, or more accurately, there he is. A humanoid point of light awaits you far ahead in the dark mists. Um, as you're about to get to it, you feel the line go taut, like a fisherman who's caught more than he's expected. There's something keeping you from fully reclaiming Purser's soul. Um, Stepping out of the shadows is a woman's figure draped in robes of black feathers, trimmed with silver. Her face is concealed behind a mask of cracked alabaster. Uh, Two elven-like ears peek out from behind it. In her right hand, she is holding the thread of your spell between her thumb and finger. A voice comes from all around, but somehow undoubtedly hers. A descendant of dreams, a lost shade, and the tragic remnants of a child from the city of silver and bone. Who are you to take what is rightfully mine? This man has died. All that he was now belongs in my realm.
We are his
Pick is
friends, honored lady, and he is the best amongst us.
Pick is very polite and formal in her whatever rituals they do when they're like I'm sure they have something that their behavior is when they
Yeah.
see her.
Primarily, as much as your people have, I won't say your people don't have manners, but formalities are not big.
No.
But as much as you have them, they're all largely like directed towards her. Yeah, the Lady of the Dead is her power dwarfs gods if you're in her realm. So it's one of those things where um, whatever whatever you say is. She's also oddly indifferent in most of your stories. Like that, not hostile, just she wants what she wants, and it's not really a matter of arguing typically. Most of your stories revolve around like finding ways to resolve the issue without like giving the obvious answer. Um, but yeah, sorry, go ahead.
How apparent or concerning does this look to the like? Does this all happen like in an instant, or are we seeing
This
them like
is this
black
is like
out
time
and
slowed down for them. This is like all their
okay?
senses just kind of got yanked into the spell.
So as
Um,
onlookers, we have no perception of this.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Okay.
since like you probably the more magically inclined of you might have noticed the spell
Like
flare oddly.
turbulence in the spell.
Yeah, but it's not like some
They're
because
they're
you're
not
not
like
casting it. Yeah.
they're not like seizing in front of us or anything.
No, 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 no. This is like
Gotcha.
Oh, I
raindrops
would
slowed
say.
down.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe as a monk to
Um
maybe sense some spiritual bullshit, but if it's that quick, doubt it.
Pick steps up and says, "What has happened on our islands and what has happened to the people? He assists me on a quest to seek those that brought it to the island and sent many to your realm. He has agreed to continue to help the quest while he teaches me of the flame. But I seek to make peace with all of those that were lost as I continue my work to ferry them correctly to your plane."
Okay. And for his part, Sardud just like recites his name. He does the equivalent of like name and serial number and just locks up. He looks horrified. Uh, he has vague knowledge of the planes, but this was all supposed to be theoretical. He was like, yeah, he was supposed to go to heaven. This wasn't something he'd ever have to deal with. Um, but yeah,
He
He will
was
return to
supposed to
you.
go to heaven.
He will return to you. I believe this man has no intention of dodging where he is intended to be, but his work here is important and important to those of the islands. It is important to my people as well.
okay. Um, yeah, the figure like impassively listens to all of you and tilts her head and answers you, Pick, and says, "Drakalic, Your kind often serve me. If you do so
Always.
again, I will give you more time with what is now mine.
Of course.
In the city of the Scar that abides, there is a wizard of unique value to me. He thinks himself above my grasp and has already escaped once. Correct this, end his life, and ensure that he does not evade me again. Complete the task within 1 month's time, and I will allow this man that you value to stay on Eberron for a while longer. Fail, and he will return to me.
Understood.
Might we have the name of this wizard, lady?
The wizard is named Kalyadin Lyrander, and he carries with him a mark of storms.
Please send that in chat.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You've heard it before. Let's see.
This is great. I love any excuse to hurt
Has Mercy
Lyrandar
met
members.
this guy before?
No, but you all heard the name. He's the guy who paid for your docking fee.
Oh.
With that,
I want it to be known that I'm not happy about this.
Quiet, you're dead.
I gotta ask if Purser can actually communicate with us at this point in time.
Purser is or at least the memories of Purser are a glowing speck that she's like basically has in a like throat hold. So like communicating would be tricky. He has no mouth and must scream.
Yeah,
but
she's grasping him like a fidget spinner.
yeah. With that, but yeah, if you guys agree to that, Queen of the Dead is willing to give you more time with what is hers.
I kind of feel like Mercy's alignment probably needs to be changed because she is absolutely okay with fucking murder.
I already changed your alignment to neutral. No worries, you're good.
Oh, I just noticed that. Hey, would you look at that?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Dude,
I changed that when you start.
If
I
you
changed
ever
that.
do that to me, please just tell me about it immediately, because I need to know that that's the thing that you're doing.
Yeah. When did that change?
That changed actually just before this session, after I watched you like gleefully go through the sewers, like butchering like CR one half. But
I think what
The
really
fucking
sold it.
criminals.
No.
They were
What
bad
sold
people.
it was the hey Mercy, are you okay? And you're like, yes. Why do you ask? I am looking forward to what we are about to do.
Listen,
It was.
I'm
It
not
was
saying
the,
you're
I'm
evil.
It was
just-
the
Chaotic
whimsy.
evil were-rats.
I'm not
I'm
saying you're
just
evil to
saying.
enjoy killing bad things. I am saying it's not a good thing to enjoy killing bad
The
people.
Punisher is not a good person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, there we go. But he's not an evil person, but he's not a good one. All right. But yeah.
Here, let me look up Doldorn for a second.
No,
The
he's
god angry at me?
he's legit good for neutral. You're like he's a god of war. Like
Okay.
even the better aspects of it, dude. You're
He's
good.
actually a chaotic member of the.
Yeah, he's not the honorable warfare guy. He's the victory guy.
He's not the win at all costs though. You could
Right.
get worse. Yeah. That would be the mockery. All right. So but yeah, if you guys are willing to agree, she's willing to give you your purser back. Sarda just wants Sarda says yes, like sure. Yeah, he's
I mean, pickle
Before
murder
we
anybody for
agree-
purser, so it's not really a hard choice for her.
That's a wild thing to say.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, no. Before we agree, Mercy will actually glance at Peck and at the bright light that is Purser, and she'll ask, "Honored lady, would a trade be agreeable?"
I just offered trade. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yes, killing the wizard is an option and one that I will readily agree to. But there's also the question of me for him.
You will return here when your time is due. This is what I want. This is what you will do for me, or you will not receive the soul.
Okay. Yeah, like
I
Mercy is
agree. I
absolutely
will
not
kill him as
bothered by that
quickly as I can
response.
find him.
Okay. Yeah, she is not the most humble. Like, being God Queen of an entire plane of existence does not incur like humble reasoning. She's like, I want this. I want it now. I don't care what you say.
You know,
Yeah.
I
I
was gonna
know your
say,
ass is going to come to me in good time. I want to
Yeah.
get that little fuck who thinks he can skip out on me.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, I never thought I would hear Yandere Moth.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, elf-ish kind of, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, as far as she's concerned, like she's gonna get like everybody eventually. Like it's just a matter of like how annoying it is when someone shows up late.
Yeah,
But
look,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and like for her part, Mercy is absolutely not bothered by this. She fully understands. It's just kind of like one of those, might as well offer because, I miss my sisters like
Well,
really
no,
fucking
it's
badly.
worth a shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she'll get the set eventually. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, Sam.
Yeah, with that, the Queen of the Dead releases your spell, and all three of you snap back into the material plane with a bundle of light that feels very familiar riding alongside you. Um, and yeah, back on the ship as time unstops, so to speak. Everyone watching is treated to the sight of the casters falling backwards as the spell flares in tandem with a lightning strike on the ring of the ship itself, on the back ring of the ship. But the light doesn't end with the spell or the lightning. In fact, it's getting brighter and brighter. Where Purser's body was is now a pillar of silver fire swirling around like a tornado. Um, it's like it pretty much just blocks like it's very borderline flashbang effect as far as just blinding light all of a sudden from where his wrapped up body was, but um, it disperses and kind of scatters in all directions. It doesn't seem to have any heat to it. It doesn't hurt, but the flames kind of blow past you, revealing Purser's form. Um, uh, from his back are a set of wings made from silver fire, and his eyes glow with inner light. Uh, his body seems healed, although the many stab wounds, over a dozen, that ended his life have become scars that flicker with a faint but ever-present fire, as if it's overflowing. Um, and those of you who've known him long enough spot that I believe around his neck, the dragon mark is gone.
Well, not
And
gone, just not glowing anymore.
yeah, not
It's
active.
still a birthmark.
Yeah. But yeah, Purser, you wake up. Everything hurts and it's wet.
So his eyes snap open, and as everything else dies down, his irises are like the only visible change, where they're just like silvery fire now. And he blinks a few times. He like opens his mouth as if to speak and stops. Looks confused. Why are my underclothes wet?
Because it is raining, friend Purser. It is wonderful to see you back.
Pick has no decorum and just tackles him
Yeah,
with the
the
whole
worst,
like 20
like
pounds.
the flames got everything off. So like as you feel around, your underclothes are wet. Purser, you're naked. Why are you naked on a slab in the middle of the like it's raining? It's awful.
Oh, is he like naked?
Yeah, like the
Okay.
the, the, the fire burned off everything. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's okay, you have a moth blanket at the moment. The modesty moth.
Yeah.
Oh, my head hurts. Let's pick. He's like grabbing his head.
I appreciate you putting in the extra effort to make those noises in this condition.
Yeah, I strive for
She
excellence.
She pats his head and
What happened?
you
There's-
died.
Yes, I know I died, Vic. Thank you. You brought me back.
Wise purser, the waters and flames have combined to bring you back.
The flame sent me back. They still need me here. I couldn't stay away.
She just looks at him and is like, I think it might be the flame, but it was also the lady.
The lady.
She did not like that we would take you, and we agreed to send something that had escaped her back
You
to
made
her
a
realm.
bargain with the Queen of Death?
She gives a little shrug. It is not unheard of that she asks for a trade.
What did you give her?
Some
We
wizard
are
who
going to
ran.
send her someone who escaped her grasp before.
And if we don't?
Then you are going to have to return to her, friend Purser. I cannot allow that to happen.
Mercy like breaks his legs. He's like, you gotta stay here for a while, buddy.
She knows that wouldn't do a damn thing. However, that poor fucking wizard, though, his legs are open market.
Yeah, he's just a wizard, some guy.
No, the flame won't allow that to happen either. Oh, my head. It's all jumbled. It's human brain's too small. There's everything's connected. The prophecy, the prince, the crown, the plague.
Flames, wise purser.
What was that? Sorry.
But water and flames, wise purser.
Jotsuzo, it's good to see you again.
For the sake of my own sanity, I'm not going to ask you what you saw over there.
Leo will kind of walk over, relieved but also like kind of concerned, and he'll say, he'll try and like kind of lead Purser to like a chair or something.
Yeah, it is still raining very hard. Like,
yeah,
you
like
guys
let's get
are
out of this
still.
space maybe and get him someplace he can rest for a second. And Leo will say, "You've been through an ordeal. You're confused. You're jumbled."
Yeah, I was.
Jotsuzo, being like I think the only party member with a shield, just walks up like next to him and raises his shield to like block the rain.
Oh yeah,
Aw.
nice.
That's
Yeah,
very cute.
Yes, Leo, I was just one with the silver flame, the force of all good in the universe. That now I'm made again. Yeah, it's quite confusing. Who do we have to kill? Mercy.
You just footnote.
It's
Haven't
under.
done the
Oh,
sorry.
ranker.
Joey Jabadoo.
King, what's his name? Farinel?
It's under
repeat it,
Mishann
shit.
notes. Yeah.
The Svengoolie of Berwyn.
Calendin de Lyrandar.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't be
No,
as exasperated as I want to
I
be
think
here.
that fits
you
that you
kinda
just
gave that,
returned from the
actually.
dead.
No, this is great method acting, man.
Yeah.
What?
You haven't been so flabbergasted that no air comes out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lubrication isn't holding up. The longer I talk.
That's good. You're good.
That's
The-
good.
Do any of you have any idea who that is?
So
Does
shakes
Leo
her
have
head.
any idea who that is?
You paid for our boat. That is all I know.
out of character, Indigo definitely knows who he is.
Yeah. Anyone with house training would.
Yeah.
I speak up. I know exactly who that is. By the way, welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
Pick looks suddenly up and very alert, and then just like dashes off because she's going to go get him clothes because she feels he probably doesn't want to be naked after she realizes she was just hugging him and they give crap about that kind of thing. So
Yeah, like
she's gonna
they're
go get
weird
him clothes.
about it.
I
To
mean,
be fair,
after
they
being
haven't
worried
one
about
with
it.
everything, he's not too concerned.
To be fair, like your friends are great, but they're very like they do have unsightly dangly bits. Like, yeah, you want to
They're
hide stuff.
they're
It makes
weird
sense.
pink
Mercy
skin.
doesn't.
They're weird
Mercy's the
skin,
only
yeah.
correct one.
Yeah, exactly.
Smooth in the front.
Yeah, like
Jochizo's meat is pretty cool, I think. I don't know.
I don't know the status of Jochizo's meat. I've never asked.
Well, no, I mean, like his biology in general. Like he's made of better meat.
yeah, exactly. I try not to envision.
And it's all
But
kept in properly by scales, so it's not all squishy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But boy, D&D conversations. But yeah, so moving on. You can get clothes for Purser. You could even get him out of the storm. And Purser, I do appreciate that. In character, I am happy to do a bit of voice acting for him, which is to say, just offer my standard DM steps in, gives explanation, and saves poor Dan from having to talk more.
Thank you. I could talk a bit, but not a monologue, like I said.
Yeah, I'm aware. So, the man that apparently has offended the Queen of the Dead is the local head of House Lyrander. He is, I would say, yeah, definitely with Indigo there to help out. Indigo, you got a pretty decent briefing on like important people, do not engage people, um, and he's on both lists, so you definitely got some info. Let's see here. Let me get the info up. So first of all, his nickname is the Kraken, um, and he is a very, very accomplished wizard, probably one of the best in the city, hands down. He was a bit of a prodigy back on mainland Corvair, or at least within House Lyrander back in Corvair. Before something happened, details are kind of kept in house. You might have heard some rumors, Indigo, but it's a matter of like how much you want to share. And he he kind of got sent here. Technically, it was a promotion, but it was like promoted to Alaska type situation. Um, there's a lot of speculation on if it's actually a downgrade or if he was sent here because of his prestigious magical skill was needed to like investigate some of the giant mysteries, um, things like that. But he is a local powerhouse both with arcane knowledge and unlike a lot of wizards, he doesn't just isolate himself in his tower. He is a very active political player. Like has happily funded a lot of things, is constantly pushing to get his house more direct power in Stormreach. Stormreach's lords have monopolies on various things, but with the newly unstable Wilkes like shift in power with the Wilkseses, um, Wilkses, whatever. The people who control the docks traditionally, they have a young idiot in charge, according to rumors. The old hand passed away, and in the short period that the new guy has been in charge, he's been pretty much taken in by everything. Kind of a young hedonist. And the Kraken has been pretty gleeful in taking advantage of having somebody in charge who he can just like basically bribe into giving away the official legal monopoly that the government has. Um, so he's working on that. Rumors abide that part of what keeps Haslyrander's like shipping monopoly going or like near monopoly going around Zendrik is the Kraken is not adverse to taking like direct action occasionally. He just sometimes really well timed storms hit like whole areas where shipping might have been going on. Um, scary guy, scary guy. The general consensus back in the total, whoever trained you, Indigo, whoever did that probably said, yeah, we're not saying we couldn't, but just avoid him. Like, wizards are a terrible pain in the ass to kill. Just avoid him was the general thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all that information, I'd probably recant a good portion of that and say, long story short, it's not going to be an easy mark. And let's say we do pull it off. You're going to create a power vacuum, possibly destabilize this region's shipping.
I really don't mean to be mean, but I could not give a shit about this city anymore.
I mean, they also the authorities may be mad at you too. Also, like killing
the-
the local head of Rockefeller Oil or something. That's a hard one to cover up too.
Yeah, but I'm sure Carnegie would at least be happy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you
Um,
could play off different shit. Sorry, go
well, it
ahead.
sounds like he's not on very good terms with the Stormlords anyway. But
He's on
how
good terms with one of them. He's been playing the young idiot pretty well.
my question. So we're getting like this is being funneled through Indigo, and then some
Indigo
of
and
it is
Purser,
coming.
yeah,
Yeah, some
in
of it is
various
coming from
levels.
Purser. How much do we get on the like this is like a like Leo's only real criteria for whether or not this is acceptable is this a bad person? Like that's the metric that he cares about.
Yeah,
Um,
he's
because
probably a bad person. It's
yeah,
safe
so
to say.
so
Like
they're giving the impression that like this is a like this is a bad dude. This is a problem. Um,
he's
But
like,
he's also
yeah,
powerful.
yeah.
Leo doesn't care about that. That's not the problem. If it was like Mr. Rogers and we had to trade you for that, then he'd have reservations. But
The
Yeah,
if it's
fuck
a
did
like
Mr.
if it's a
Rogers do
like
to piss off a
even
lady of the
Mr.
death?
Even Mercy
knows?
would have reservations about Mr. Rogers.
Mr.
Yeah.
Rogers is easier to kill.
That's true.
Oh
if
no,
you're a
man.
No,
heartless
no.
goon,
I mean, he won. What was it? The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I don't know if I'd want to fight Mr. Rogers.
But
Uh,
anyways,
but yeah, Leo is Leo's main criteria is just like, is this someone we can justify killing for these reasons? And if it sounds like yes, like this is a bad dude anyway, then he's on board. He doesn't give a
this
shit.
sounds like a bad dude with good publicity. Largely, it would be like
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
like he's infamous for murdering an orphanage of puppy babies. Like
Yeah, he's not
no, it's
Vlad the Impaler, but
yeah,
he's
it's
not.
just this is like
Okay.
yes.
To be fair, Vlad Dracula is a national hero in Romania. So, like,
Uh-huh.
that's
Yeah. Keyword to the Romanians.
I
Anyways,
don't like
He
I don't
killed a
like
lot of
Sonic
Turks.
at all. I don't.
So
My wife is half Armenian. Anybody that kills Turks is a good guy.
okay, moving on.
Well, make
more
sure to clip that.
importantly,
Thank you.
he's not like openly a lich or anything. He's
No.
I'm
So-
sure deep down he is, though.
He's
His
just an
body
old
hasn't
asshole.
rotted off yet. His body hasn't rotten off yet, probably.
What he is
Otherwise-
he's a powerful.
which means that the
been
queen is
abused by it for a
interested in
while.
him for some oblique reason.
Okay, guys, this is going to be a bit meta, but trust me, if we open the door and he's like really skinny and he's just sitting alone on his throne, we should really rethink walking into that room.
What are you
Fair.
doing? Succeeding you.
So, sorry, Sauce, you were saying you were saying something and I didn't quite catch
I
all
was
of
just
it.
gonna say, gee, I don't even remember what I said actually. But Indigo would probably say, it's not a matter of morality for me. It's more of a matter of, are you going to be successful? If this guy can escape death to the point that the Queen of Death wants him, not to mention that if you kill this guy, even if you do pull it off, how's the renders going to be breathing down your throat?
They
does
don't.
that
They don't
think?
need to know who killed them. Could have been could have been Stormlords for all we know. And I know a good spot to get some armor.
For what it is worth, I do kind of view it as one, something that we have to get Friend Purser's blessing on, but from another viewpoint, this will give us a month to say goodbye to our friend.
That's fair.
I won't be leaving this quickly. The flame needs me here.
Yeah.
Well, then it looks like you're gonna have to make a plan.
You do have a month to plan and do stuff. This isn't a like storm the tower now. This is a month. Yeah.
I think I have a method.
How far away is this guy's location?
Oh, thank you for asking. He's actually he's you remember when you went to the marketplace in front of the Falconer's Spire? Um, he lives at the office on top of that.
Basically, he lives in a penthouse at the top of the airport.
Yep.
Right on.
But you've been there. You guys went there and watched for someone for a while, and the guy didn't show up or something. But yeah.
All right,
Regardless as to the disposition of the target, we do have a more pressing concern. I believe there was a time-sensitive meeting that we had to make. How long have I been gone?
about 12
Less than
hours.
24 hours.
Roughly 9 to 10 hours.
Well, the rats can wait for now. We have sirens to help.
Do I have any information on the rats? Like,
Okay. Well, on that
can
note,
anybody?
why don't we do a bit of time travel?
Uh,
Indigo, yeah.
Can we have gone over an hour. Can we take our break here before? Because we're
Yeah,
about
you
to
know what? That's
scene
fair.
transition.
Let's do a 10-minute bathroom break
Yeah,
before
I
we
wanted to
find
get
out
through the like purser
Okay.
stuff and
what
everything,
Indigo
but
was up
Yeah,
to.
and switching back to, or not switching back, switching over to hunting down the rat fucks. Um, will we really be expecting to hear much from Mercy? Because my spouse is doing a convention and I have to make the beans dinner.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay, fair
that's
enough.
fair.
I can switch over to my phone so that I'm at least listening in, but if Mercy really doesn't have to talk for the next like 20 minutes or so, that'd be helpful.
Definitely not for the next 10. So, yeah. We'll
All right,
Well, I
we'll take
mean,
a
yeah,
10-minute
that's
break.
definitely guaranteed.
We'll take
Yeah,
a 10-minute break, yeah.
don't worry, I can always talk for everybody. Not
Yeah,
a problem.
that's my goal too as the DM.
Yeah.
I just try to like talk over all of you whenever possible.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. That's why we work. It's
all right.
competition leads to excellency.
Yeah, yeah. All
Um,
right, see you guys in 10 minutes.
yeah, BRB.
I vote for party like it's 2023.
What
Also,
is
don't
the
feel bad, yo.
average? Oh,
Don't feel
thanks.
bad. I can fill in with various things if need be.
I've I was just trying to think like I'm sure he's got magic items to defend himself, but I know the best thing to do with wizards is just murder the piss out of them quickly before they have a chance to like surprise attacks and ambushes are usually like the most effective form of murder for them.
Yep.
Like stopping them from casting, like get a
Yeah.
hold person off on them as surprise and then just murder the absolute hell out of them on a surprise round so they just get put down
And
quickly.
try and blind them in various ways, try and silence them in various ways. Dispel magic carries an astonishing amount of usefulness. Like I got a lot of experience in anti-wizard techniques in the Dark Sun game because we were hunting wizards pretty much extensively. Oh, yeah, there's
Actually, there were sorcerers.
okay. They were sorcerers. Oh, you know what? All right. Actually, they were using local terminology. The term sorcerer was used largely by the illiterate peasantry who simply didn't know the difference between wizardry and proper sorcery. Um, the so-called sorcerer kings were actually wizards. So, that's fine, but maybe try not being wrong.
Jesus, you guys are nerds.
Well, also, I'm
The
paranoid,
goal.
and I don't do the
Sec.
whole like.
There we go. But yeah, um, typically remove just removing line of sight is astonishingly useful. Like minor illusion can be a game changer because it's like it's just they can't see you to target you with a wide bevy of spells. Line of sight, their ability to speak, those are biggies. But yeah, surprise is always good. Surprise is broken as shit in 5e. So
All right.
Yeah,
All votes
breaking into his
for.
house and just
That was gonna say.
mercilessly killing him in
I
his
was,
sleep.
I was gonna say
Pick doesn't have morals like that.
that's tactic number one. We party like it's 2023.
okay. I assume that's a meme reference. Let me look here. Ah, okay.
And we have justification. It's going to take work to prove it. But if the queen wants him dead, it's for a damn good reason.
Yeah.
And it aligns with my remit as like a bishop of the Church of the Silver Flame.
Okay.
I say that's
Strictly
a good
speaking,
thing.
the queen could have just as easily asked you, like, I really want this orphan in my collection, like, sooner than later, do it. Like, she has done that before. She's not always reasonable in her requests. But yeah, that's fair.
But there's going to
Just so
there's going
you
to
know,
be
Purser,
something.
Peck would have killed that orphan.
Okay. Does the orphan's name rhyme with Bimler?
No. It
Okay.
that was just a literally like that is one of the things. Like she does sometimes ask people to just like you're in the equivalent of like Germany in Corvair, and she's like, I want you to go and murder someone in France. Like random peasant 1482 goes by the name of Jacques. Why? I don't see how that's relevant. Go kill this fucking guy. Okay. Like she does that occasionally. She has her reasons, but she's never really felt the need to explain them.
I will say that mercy
Get
requests
out of here.
resist that.
Yeah, I would hope.
Although it could be poetic, like Purser is an
I will
orphan.
say
Orphan for an orphan.
I am back, but I'm doing my laundry real quick while we're waiting. So if I take
you're
a
good.
second, don't worry.
You're good. You're
I
good.
am
We're
also
not even
back.
started yet.
Hello, everyone. I missed
We
you
got
guys.
3 minutes. Yeah, yeah. I mean, she says he's evaded. Like, this could be some Final Destination shit. Like, this guy didn't like take a shower when he was supposed to and slip and hit his head. Like, he is an old man. Like, you guys could be barging in. He's an accomplished wizard, but he's just like, old wizard
Leo, like
man.
the whole like, oh, it's the natural order thing. He evaded death. It doesn't really matter to Leo at all. It's literally like it's just black and white morality. It's
Yeah,
literally
is he
like,
a bad
okay,
guy?
can I justify that this person deserves to die? Yes or no? And that's the only box he's checking.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
we're
No,
past that
that's
point.
fair.
My thing is like, hey, is it gonna be we're gonna take him out in his tower? Because that's probably the most dangerous place to attack a wizard. Out in the streets, gonna be the hardest to not make you guys public enemy number one. It's a bad situation.
Also,
Kinda.
if he's a
Yeah.
lich, we're gonna need to beam his tower anyway, because hopefully his fucking phylactery's there.
To be
The
fair, if he's a lich, that would get you out of legal hot waters. Like strictly speaking, you guys are gonna want to keep it on the down low that Purser died and was rezzed. He lost all legal rights just now. Like the 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 resurrected people by Corvaran law have
Yeah,
like
the
they're
codes
not.
of Galifar.
Yeah, the code of Galifar ends when you die the first time. Like if you're rezzed, that's irrelevant. Um, that's why like when I'm sure when powerful like casters do shit like clone, they hide it because technically they don't have a legal right to anything anymore. They died.
Watch this guy be like a simulacrum for like Mordain the Flesh Weaver or something.
I'm not that mean.
The tower's breathing.
I can guarantee that Thrain will be willing to go to bat for me, though.
Yeah,
I am a
that's
champion of the Silver Flame. J-Lo will vouch for me.
she's 10, of course she will.
Well,
But
she can hear the flame. I was there.
She's dead?
no, she's 10. I said like
Oh.
she's a 10-year-old. Like fucking course she's
Oh, I
gonna
was
like.
gonna say, I was like, oh my god, what happened to her? Who killed
No,
her? That's probably the thing we should be talking about.
yeah, no,
She's
no,
the speaker, and I am her champion.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm the most powerful wizard in, like, the last century. The flame needs me here!
You need to
thankfully
fucking relax.
nothing wrong happened in his res. Like there's no personality changes clearly. But actually, Joan can attest. You guys probably don't have to worry about Mordain in the immediate. Like Mordain was in the other campaign. I usually try not to do stuff too much. Like, wasn't he
Well,
fun?
also like
Like-
Purser
That
on
guy
some
was a
level,
dick.
like he lost his dragon mark powers, so Mordain would have like less interest, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
Purser
Mordain's
lost his
interested
Dragon
in a
Mark
lot
powers?
of
Is that why he's not
things.
glowing anymore?
That's true.
He's kind of hard to predict.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, Purser lost her Dragon
He's a
Mark. What does
modern
that mean?
Renaissance man.
Yep. Purser. Like I mean, actually, I'll add. Like, Purser, is it okay if I reveal like some swap outs that might have happened? Or do you
No.
want- No. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Purser still has a dragon mark. He's fine. But
I was assuming that he's just a
Okay,
reborn.
yeah, because
That's why
that
he
wasn't
lost.
suspicious. That wasn't suspicious at all.
no, it's I don't know what you're talking about.
I wanna say
Surprise!
one
I'm
thing.
Mordain!
No, you've done that before. You wouldn't do it again.
Surprise, you're
Um,
Mordain Simulacrum. I'm actually the real Mordain.
I do think
Everyone
I think
here
it would
is.
be really funny if it was that like this isn't Purser. Like if that's the reveal, that would be really that would be heartbreaking, but it would also be funny.
I'm another guy named Purser that lived 1500 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Queen of Dead
Because-
didn't really specify. She's like, they want Purser. Flips through files. First one comes up. All right, here.
He's an alternate version of Purser from another universe, and at some point he's gonna be like, "I must speak the words," and we're gonna be like, "What? What are you talking? What are you talking?"
Well, I'm-
about?"
So wait, does he have a
I'm
goatee
sp-
now? Does he inexplicably have a goatee now? Because that would be a
I'm
Batman.
specifically referring to the like Eberron novel series where this House Deneath guy dies, and then they resurrect him, and he answers to the correct name and everything, but it's literally just a guy with the same name from 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
That's a really
Yeah.
lame plot point for a book.
Yeah, it is.
It was a really weird story because he had an aberrant dragon mark and
Yeah.
stuff.
So Keith, I love you. And your first book was a great introduction to the series. Or to the setting. That's all I'll say about Keith's books. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So if everybody's back, we were in the process of doing a bit of time travel. Um, so Indigo, if you want to track down the bilge rats, you know exactly who you should speak with. Um, honestly, you're probably overdue to visit at this point, anyways. Your friends is a strong word. Your new like uh acquaintances, whatever you want to call it. Indigo's a chill
Allies.
guy. Allies, yeah, there we go.
What? I was gonna say handler.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um, he,
coworkers.
yeah, it's not required, but it is expected that you at least check in with House Thorani every week or so. Less to keep track of you. An agent of the house is given a lot at your level is given a lot of leeway in assignments, and more to make sure you're alive and well. You know, there's personal reasons for that too. That means a trip to the house's largest business and closest thing they have to an enclave in the city, Shadows. Um, so yeah, making your way to the Silver Wall district, named for the particular coloration of the walls that surround Locksmith Square. Um, the walls here are massive, reaching about 60 feet into the air, but the distinctive silver sheen that covers them uh, covers only the sides facing the square. As a result, the entire square is like reflected back at itself everywhere one looks. And though the reflections aren't mirror-like in their clarity, they do give the whole area a kind of mildly disorienting cast, making light seem more spread out, which in turn generates more shadows, and colors appear brighter. This curious design is found nowhere else in the city and helps lend the square its vibrant character.
It makes me
Um,
think of that moment when you walk into a buffet and you're trying to get a lay of the land, and there's mirrors behind all the buffet things, so it looks like 3 times as larger.
yeah, it's that level. It's not quite Funhouse, but it is a little disorienting if you haven't been there
Yeah.
regularly. But the entire district is a place of stark contrasts. The western half, called Locksmith Square, is alive with color, abuzz with activity from street performers and peddlers to the comings and goings of locals and visitors alike. The sounds of haggling, laughter, cheers, and screams rising from the red ring, it all dominates the air here. Uh, Coasthold is the square's silent neighbor. Um, they're big on orderliness and a sense of dignity. Uh, a reminder like the fact that one is like very solemn and oh we're working young professionals versus like a street invade well not even a street in like during Mardi Gras or something. Um, they're not super great neighbors to each other, but it's a fun district overall. You move through the rowdy crowd, hearing the occasional call from someone who recognizes you from one of your performances in the district. Um, After turning down an unassuming but relatively clean alleyway, you step through an illusory wall and find an ornate but very solid door. It looks like it's made of stone but seems to ripple as you approach. Uh, you'd swear you can almost hear breathing from it. One sec, I'm gonna do a quick mute on Marcy there. We go.
Sorry.
No problem. I know you're cooking. Um, uh, you'd but you hear when you're about a foot away from the door, Indigo, you hear the words, "What is life's greatest illusion?" And luckily, you know the answer.
Innocence.
And rather than open, the door seems to dissolve and grants you access. The sounds of the city outside cut off as if with a razor. Um, the entrance hall is beautifully decorated with violet flowers, dark hardwood, and silver inlays. There's a lounge where customers can mingle and chat with some of the workers. There's even a stage, although empty at the moment. Not surprising. Relatively early morning. The Shadows never closes, but it typically gets busier at night. Although you can't really tell the time in here. There are windows, but none of them actually lead outside. It's all like carefully managed illusions. So it always has like the same kind of almost like amber hued twilight inside the building. Um, but yeah, there's a few smiles and nods from your fellow house members, but most of the ones you see right now are on the clock, at least the ones who are, in the lounges chatting with people. Um, and they prefer to kind of stay in character, so to speak. Um, and The route to the Viceroy's office is one you know well, as you've been busy since you arrived in Stormreach. Uh, as you go up to the double doors, you see one of the ranking house members in the city, Jay, leaving. Uh, he gives you a formal nod. Good to see you, cousin. Keeping clear of the Fiarlan agents?
As much as I can help it.
Hmm.
How are you doing?
Very well. Well, as much as possible. It's always controlled chaos. She's waiting for you inside.
I push the door open and enter.
Okay. Inside is the picture of a lavishly decorated office filled with more of the same violet flowers. Like you're not exactly sure what they are, but they seem to do very well despite the brothel not having any windows. Like for all given out like there's no natural sunlight. They're if they're real, they're odd. Um, but lounging on a long couch in a fine blue silken dress is your aunt, Viceroy uh, Maravala Urd, Urvi Ditharani. We'll put her image up. One sec here. Let me get images, NPCs, Stormreach. There we go. Right.
Okay, so my boobs hurt, so I'm rubbing my boobs.
There she is.
Is that in Roll20 or is... Oh, okay, there we go.
Mishann, yeah. It just took me a minute to find it. Apologies.
Oh, yeah.
But you weren't sure what to expect from her when you first got here, given her reputation as a powerful mage. But she's been surprisingly friendly, although that could have more to do with her being your aunt than anything else. Everybody in the houses is related, but this is a very, like, for once, it's a direct relation. Um, she watches you come in with a faintly amused expression and says, Indigo, a relief to have you here after Jay. He's a good boy, but he takes all of this a bit too seriously for his own health. So what's my favorite nephew been up to?
Well, there's been some complications. Nothing that I can't handle. The one that I was sent after, that House Caneth put a hit on. I'm not actually sure about the bylaws and rules, but does it count as a miss if I kill her and she comes back?
What, resurrect?
Exactly.
Well, legally, it is something that's come up. Legally, it's acceptable, but no, that the house doesn't consider the matter closed until they're no longer walking and talking, so to speak.
Well, I'm hot on her trail, but the reason why she's back is the reason for my complications. I ran into a group of, I guess, adventurers, you could call them.
Does this group have a name, or?
I know Indigo probably knows the name. I forgot it.
We're
MK.
the MKA.
MK. MK. Yeah, MKA. Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying
Uh,
to get to it with officiality before Sam did, and he wouldn't. He beat me down.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
She
they go by K.
is that a name or does it stand for something? He's just like blinking at that.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure it's anyway. Well, so following them, trying to get my bearing back on my original mark, led me to a job in the sewers, an
hold,
eradication of the bilge rats. I'm gonna get there. Don't worry about it.
he's just like she pinches her nose when you're like, I went into the sewers and fought the Vildrick. Yeah, and she's just waiting for you to finish.
That's the smell.
No,
I'll be,
that's
I'll be
you
needing
do
a
need
bath.
yeah, you do need a cleaning, dear, but that's
Yeah.
not it. Why finish the story?
Essentially, I need to find out if there's any alternate locations for where I could find the bilge rats. We ran them out of their main nest, but we think that some escaped.
All
And I
right,
would hate,
well, go ahead.
I would, I would hate to leave more unfinished business.
Just stay there for a moment. She gets up and goes over and like starts to get out a couple folders and files and like quickly skims through them.
Does she have like one of those cleaning stones in here that casts prestidigitation on you when you touch it?
She doesn't have it in here, but it is in the bathroom if you want to like guess when you use it.
Uh, yeah, I say I'll be right back. I'm gonna freshen up.
hmm
I just step out, tap the stone, and walk back in, just giving her enough time to let her find what she was looking for.
Yeah, so she looks up and for the first time, besides like she's looked irritated before, but now that she's like has some folders open in front of her, she looks surprisingly interested in your report. She says, "Right, so I looked it up. This adventuring group, um, they're from the new settlement on the Capiran Islands, and they're here looking uh, for assistance from the well, we'll say from various sources. Um, and you're helping them go after the bilge rats, okay? Hmm. And nearby, a bottle of fine wine from Farlin is picked up by a translucent skeletal hand and pours a glass for both of you.
I say,
Marvella's quite skilled with using her mage hand and kind of seems to use it without much of a thought. Um,
I use my own mage hand, which is a little different. This just is more like shadowy, sort of like wispy smoke forms around the glass, and then brings one for me to enjoy with her.
yeah, yeah. You're like that is probably part of why she seems to like dote on you is both very extra when it comes to goth stuff. Like her actual sons are incredibly like it's a business and like they have all the fun with it as like an accountant. Um, Nothing wrong with that, but it does seem boring to you. Um,
I
but
say, I guess you could call it a little pro bono work.
well, you know what, Indigo? First, I think it would be best if you helped, if you continue to help the MK. If they're representatives from a new colony, that could be Thorani's chance at definitively claiming a proper home base on Zendrik without Fjarlin interfering. So help out, sure. While you're at it, though, get as many details about them as you can. I want to start putting together a dossier on them. I know that's not your preferred role. That's really more the business of the ladies and gentlemen and such downstairs, but there's no need for you to get invasive in questions. Who they are, what they want, what they've done, that sort of thing. Focus on accomplishments, their accomplishments on the islands. That seems like a safe point to start. Um, you know what? In fact, they're all welcome here in Shadows. Consider them my guests. Give them the password to get in. Well, at least this month's password. Um,
You're very kind.
I am, aren't I? Now, regarding bilge rats, why are they bothering with the bilge rats?
Well, there is one among them, Purser. He is a Templar of sorts from Thurian.
Oh, right. Well, never mind. Um,
1 + 1 makes 2.
yeah, well, if they're a problem, if the rats are a problem, the first sane thing to do is to bring it up to the spider. You know that. You can't simply go killing off a gang that, last I heard, pays their dues regularly. If you can convince the spider that they need to go, you'll have the city working with you and not against you. On a similar note, I've worked too hard to develop a good relationship with that woman. I'll not have you souring it without a damn good reason.
Understood. I take another sip from my glass.
All right. Well, with that in mind, once you clear it up with the spider, um, I'll I'll pull some files and see if I can find where the rats might be hiding. They're an unpleasant bunch to begin with. I'm not surprised some of them got away, being rats. Um, oh, with that in mind, also try to handle the Eston matter within the next few months. Canna seems particularly antsy about it for some reason, but that's just regular business.
Of
And
course.
yeah, she doesn't have anything else for you, but she's happy to chat if you want to. I imagine you're probably, like in character, you're probably a bit antsy, be like, I should be on the street, I should be doing things, but I don't. To
Yeah.
be fair, Indigo could also need a break, and Shadows is relaxing by design. To be fair, like even if you're not indulging, it's a very calm place.
He did
I,
have like a rough 12 hours, so
Yeah,
it's understandable if
yeah,
he's like, dude, I need to chill. I
like yeah, you do have a suite here. Like you like you have like employees only behind the employees only sign. You have a very nice like penthouse type or not penthouse, but like a nice loft type apartment.
yeah, I'm gonna go take because I'm gone for at least a few hours while they're doing all this
Yeah,
stuff. Probably like over
exactly.
4
Yeah.
hours. Yeah, it would definitely include a a very nice soak, lavender, patchouli, sort of oils in a bath. Just taking a moment to myself. I'm gonna actually because I don't know about Purser if he's gonna. So I would actually take some time and begin working on just a song for him. Um,
Okay.
just from what
Yeah.
I know about him, um, and see the upcoming sort of schedules of who's gonna be playing and if there's any like prime time slots later. Potentially
You're
sign up.
yeah, I mean they're always the Shadows is a it's like if you get an invite to perform here, your your group kind of your group or you as a musician is set, but they're pretty exclusive members of the house. As long as you're trained in it, you can absolutely like yeah, you want a slot, you just ask for it. So um, yeah, you're good to perform whenever. Like I said, their main hours are during nighttime, but yeah.
Um, and the last thing, I don't know what sort of like resources there are, but it was pretty apparent to me that a mundane bow may not always cut it. What does it look like if I want to try to inquire about getting, I don't know, like a +1 enchanted bow, something simple?
Well, let me look at magic item costs. They're cool with it, but they do charge you. They would charge you the minimum cost as opposed to like
Yeah, I'm not expecting
haggle to
anything.
get down. Like you never have to haggle if you're a house member. They in fact they probably would give you a discount if you're in good standing, and I feel like you're in decent standing. Let's see, here we go. That is the wrong thing. There it is. Okay, that's uncommon if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
+1, yeah, +1 magic item. They would charge you 450 for that, 450 gold, 50 gold discount because you're
Right.
a
I
house
know
member.
200, but I have no idea about any other gold.
I don't either. If it's not on your sheet, then maybe you overindulged a little while back or something.
I probably overindulged a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm sure some more coinage will find its way into your
Yeah,
hands fairly promptly.
we'll work on that later. But yeah, that's
I would
it's about.
spot you, but I'm actually in debt, so I cannot.
Well, not anymore. You're dead.
Uh, yeah, he could be. I think the only one dead at the moment is Purser, but
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you kind of sound like Burris was messing up sometimes.
no,
Do
no,
I
no, you're
sound
good.
like violently ill?
Yeah, I was gonna
May-
say,
I mean,
like,
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
very
Maybe.
easily mistaken for Metro right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
who knows? Who knows? I've seen people get second wins.
That's
and
fair.
the other
That's
part
fair.
is that I'm not going to get paid for my other job unless I actually kill,
Do it. Yeah.
you know, kill Eston. So I probably should. These guys are kind of messing up my money a little bit.
Yeah, rude, right?
Just a little bit. There were the last thing before I relinquish it back to everyone else. The spider. That's
The
something.
spider is so the Stormlords are the legal heads of government. Um uh and among them there's someone who handles crime and punishment. She's technically like the high judge of the city, and she handles stuff. To appoints magistrates. It's all very official. Doles out justice. But um, she the crime and punishment element is very sincere with her. It's not commonly known in any way, but anybody who has affiliation with the criminal underbelly of Stormreach knows. Um, if your gang wants to get big, you better get ready to pay money to her. Because she handles the crime element as well as the punishment element. Um, she like the city basically has a kind of wink and a nod system with
Got you.
crime, where it's like, yeah, don't directly get in the way of the gears of government, and don't and be ready to fucking pay dues. But we're good. Like this is how they tax the criminal element. Like they found out a way to tax the black market, basically.
Yeah, they're making sure that the gangs actually have to. They're getting extorted as well, which is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
makes sense. Everyone has to pay
Um,
their dues.
and that's the one sec here. I have her name.
Does everyone know that she's called the spider, or is that
Oh
like her
no, that's it's she prefers when doing business with her on the more criminal side, that's the name she prefers to be used, but she is also known as uh Kiris Sel Shadra, Stormlord and head of the Sel Shadra family. I'll put up that here. Put up that under notes here for everybody. Show notes.
I've spelled it my way. I'm curious to see how close I'm gonna be.
I mean, it doesn't help that I butcher everything, so 1 second. Let me Stormlord and head of. There we go.
Oh, I wasn't that far off at all.
Yeah.
I only missed one on.
But it's one of those. The Quickfoot Gang is the name. The name of basically, think of it like a criminal guild, where it's like all of the big gangs that set up in various districts pay money to the Quickfoot Gang, and in exchange, I won't say are ignored by the guard, but that's part of why the city is so fucking lawless. Is um, it's organized bribery where, like, yeah, if you're big enough to pay money to the Quickfoot Gang, the storm guards are probably just gonna ignore you for unless you really like. Yeah, if you go up in public and beat a man to death, they're gonna like roll their eyes and arrest you publicly, but that would be more for a matter of like, why the fuck did you do this publicly? Um, yeah. So, um, that is actually I'll put a little note here. Yeah, that's And that is something Indigo knows. There is no way the rest of the party would know that until you decide to tell them. Or if, I
Absolutely.
don't know. But
Probably keep that close to chest.
yeah, at the moment, like, yeah,
Yeah.
your aunt is unsettlingly well connected as far as figuring things out. Not surprising, but like the party has been here for 3 days and she has like a little folder on them already. So
Yeah, it's I guess I'll pop back into her office real quick. And I'll say also something to maybe look out for. Oh wait, nope. Actually, he doesn't know any of that yet. Never mind. Yep.
Okay,
So
yeah.
he's gonna probably go try to see the spider later, but I'm gonna go back to the ship now because I think it's been about that time.
Fair enough. And yeah, jumping forward in time, Purser has been revived. The storm is still going strong. What would you guys like to do?
Well, we got to deal with the what is the like the Fury quest was the one that we wanted to like pivot back onto, right?
Indeed, indeed.
So we got to do that. We got to start pursuing what is his name, Metrol, and all
Metrol.
that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if we get the head of the Fury and offer it to one of the Storm ones, maybe we can use it as a way to get in, make them buddies with us, and maybe start asking them for our buddy, so we can get
Yeah,
rid of him.
one quest leads into the other.
Pick
Plus,
doesn't
we
necessarily
show we
know the
know how
current
to take out
quests,
people you really don't like.
That's fair.
but she's going to put the priority on making sure that Purser has clothes again and get him some very good
Yeah,
spicy food.
say we flash forward back to like the snap cut. And Purser's like coming out of his cabin. He's like tugging his new jacket into place, and
I
like
feel like Purser's
press.
jackets, he opens his and it's like all it's
Yeah,
five of the same
just
thing.
a closet. Yeah,
Yep.
Like yeah, Agent 47.
he goes,
Yeah,
this
cut
one.
to the Hades clip of like, I knew it. It's all capes.
Yeah, like
Always has
straightening the
been
necktie.
with
and-
Indigo with a weapon to the back of his head. Always has been. No.
Then I resummon Pearl.
Do you have
And-
your like like whatever your equivalent to the spell book is, or was that lost?
That is
Unless
up to
someone
the
like
party.
dumped it in the ocean.
Yeah,
Right
did
on.
I assume the party? No, it would have been on his body. Like yeah, there's
Yeah. Well, I didn't know in what condition it was after he kind of got like covered in blood and sewer grime, but that's
I
fair.
mean,
Nothing a prestidigitation can't fix.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
the
Hey,
backpack,
Jojo
which is
cleaned
like
him off.
maxed.
Hey.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. I would say unless Purser wants it ruined, then it's probably okay. I try not to be like unless you guys do if you legit do an underwater arc, I am gonna ask questions about like, okay, spell books, we need to talk about this, but beyond that, I try not to like have that interfere with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the party is whole again. Purser is totally the same normal Purser, and everybody's ready to have fun.
His eyes are a little.
You know, when you say
unsettling
shit
now.
like that,
They were always like a piercing blue, but now they're like dancing silver flames.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pick is just
I
going
don't
to keep
know.
a weird eye on him. It's like watching something you're expecting to like a pot to overboil or something at any moment, but she will get him a unreasonable amount of like snacks and food and just like more frequently try to feed him and just keep an eye on him. She's like, it's probably the first person in Pick's life who almost died that she cared about. Like, not that she doesn't dislike death. Like, of course it's sad when people die, but she's like, this is kind of her first like friend outside of her culture and outside of like normal things where she's like, oh my God, I just almost lost this person who's supposed to live like 4 times or more my lifespan. Like, I thought it's like you're the cat and the human is supposed to way outlive you and your human just died. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know what the twist is. Like I don't know what you two talked about, and the fact that I can't intuitively guess it concerns me because I'm supposed to like if I don't know what it is, it's not a good sign.
It's fine. But yeah. So if you guys want to, sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, as I like come back out and I'm like all dressed and everything, I look at Pick looking weird at me, and I'm like, so not that I don't appreciate your presence here, Pick, but what are you doing here on the mainland?
Well, I help people. I trained those who could watch in my place, and I came to find you because I still have my quest. I still need to find, and I had the cup. It looks like it was from, let me look it up.
Stormhome.
Stormhome. And they said you were going to a storm place. I wondered if it was the same, but I came to still help because I wondered if you were going for a long time, and I do not have as long. So I was just also coming to see because you said where you come from is very different, and it is the loudest dreaming place I have ever been. Is this the biggest city?
This is a relatively small city. The place I grew up
Giant,
in was bigger than this, but a lot cleaner.
giant eyes. Like this is a small city?
You should come to Sharn.
It's very. It's like those cans of food that you were so fascinated by. All of it's just packed in.
Oh,
I
that
don't
is
like it here.
strange. But I also missed you
I
because
missed you
I
too.
think she
My
just looks
voice is
really
cracking
happy.
again.
Is his symbol still glowing?
It like reignited when he came back.
Good. Good. She's like, I wanted to learn more. And she points at the symbol because it is important. And I think that it will help in the quests that we have.
Of course, we need to spend some deeper time looking into this plague of yours. There's something to do with the prophecy. I don't know. It was also
Well,
clear while I was dead.
Wait, hold on. What plague?
the islands that she came from, or the place that we were from before, Mishann, and that area, that whole chain and all of the people lost like what is it, a third of their population?
It was a lot.
So specifically, the
Like,
drow population was hit
yeah, not
with
her
a
people.
plague that like for some reason like very odd that it only hit the elves, and it about like between 7 and 8 tenths of the population died. Um, yeah,
A lot.
yeah.
Yeah, and she was a mortician through it, and so
Does
it
anyone
like
know any of this?
It's not really news that reached Storm. Like this is like think of it as like okay, Zendrik is like mainland Africa. The Capian Islands are like a mix of Madagascar and New Zealand, like off the coast. So people are aware of it, but it's just one more unexplored place in a continent that's largely unexplored. Um, but there have been like you did hear rumors like, hey, there's some Corvarans, some mourners of all things are trying to set up a colony there. Good luck. But yeah, like you had heard nothing of a plague hitting the Drow there. To be fair, the
and
Drow are
there was
pretty fucking insular. They do not like to interact with people much. Any of the variants of them. There's a lot of different cultures of Drow, but none of them much care for outsiders, and they really don't like the elves that left. So
yeah, the guy, all we have to go on is the guy's name was, I don't know how you pronounced it, but it's Brume. Was it
oh, Broom,
Brume?
Broom, yep, yep, Broom.
Broom. And then she would hold up the cracked crystal glass decanter with the flower motif that looks like it's from Stormhome on Quover. And we thought that Tul Oreshka might be involved and risk of unbinding. Um, and that was scary. The plague could have been spread by one of her servants, but that it's thought that it would have been Ashurak would have been involved because they're working in some way with her, was the
The
information that
demonic
she's gotten so
overlord.
far. Yep. Everywhere that Broom went, the Soltaire's clan's priesthood attacked others or killed themselves.
Yeah, there was
So
someone was this mysterious figure was like he went between the different ethnic groups on the islands of the Drow, like both the tribals and the quote civilized, realistically more like city-state ones. And both cases, plague spread pretty quickly. Um, and in an odd timing moment, the tribal drows, they rely on primal magics and like various sites to uh, cure themselves of illness. Those sites were either like they happened to break down or they were actively contaminated. And among the Sulatar drow, who are like the city-state ones, their priesthood kind of went mad and killed each other in like a blood orgy. It's very strange. Um, so, but it was well
and the whole
timed
reason, yeah,
from the
and the whole
plague's
reason it's
perspective.
being, yeah,
For
the
a
Pick is
brief moment,
getting at it, is to get
the
those
the
bits
Dark
back.
Elf priesthood became Ed Greenwood Dark Elves.
Yeah, sorry, we interrupted you like 5 times, Pick. I'm sorry. You were trying to
You're
finish
okay.
the thought.
No, just that she's just kind of refreshing person on like, yeah, I came back because of XYZ. Also kind of by proxy doing the expose for the people who were not here for the beginning of that and what happened on the islands and stuff.
Yeah, for the
And that
first
he
two
might,
arcs of the game.
yeah, that he might be here, or be somewhere around here, and that since she doesn't
Wait,
have as long of a life,
you think this
she
guy? Hold on.
is driven.
Can we just slow down? You think the guy who's responsible for a plague that wipes out elves may be here in Stormreach?
Yeah. Well, Storm, was from somewhere near Storm Home. And since Pick is not familiar with the area, she heard you guys were going to a storm place from her dragon friend because she goes to
Mm.
visit the Bronze Watcher. And the Bronze Watcher has kept an eye on everyone and kind of caught her up. She just assumes they were exchanging letters. She has no idea what the dynamic is there, but she's just like, yay, he watched my friend.
Are you
Um,
certain that it was Storm Home?
It says well, she'd take out the little flower cup to show it to
Mm-hmm.
him. I think it was Storm Home on Cover,
Yeah.
is what they say.
Does this
And they said,
decanter look familiar to me?
Oh, in the same way
Is that
Disneyland stuff is like
okay?
has the logo everywhere. This is absolutely a Storm Home cup. Like this is yeah, they make money off the tourist bullshit. Um,
So
Somewhere
I
near Storm Home is interesting because there's like nothing near Storm Home.
he came from the ocean.
Let me pull out
but
my
I knew so
the
out of
truth and
character. I
darkness
knew
might
about.
be involved. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just like out of character. I knew about the plague. I didn't know that it was like a mass hysteria, Silent Hill. Everyone starts killing each other. Play. I thought it was just like killed them.
it wasn't. The mass hysteria thing happened when Brahm had a meeting with a lot of the high up priesthood who could do things like cure plagues. They tended to kill each other for some reason.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were related but distinct.
Gotcha. Okay.
All this is extremely distressing.
It should be. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you haven't heard of this hitting the mainland. Like this is if there was even being isolationist and like borderline hostile, if not openly hostile, to Corvarans, like you would know if the mainland got hit with a plague that specifically targeted Drow or even just elves. Like, yeah, that would be visible very quickly.
Notably, this is the first like elf we've had in the party. Is Indigo in danger as we investigate this?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Indigo has like a stoic look on his face, like he doesn't show too much emotion besides like a smirk or a slight tilt of a head indicating a disapproving sort of thought. Probably the most emotion you've seen on his face so far. He looks. He purses his lips. He looks down to the ground and thinks about it for a moment, and then returns to Pick's gaze and says, "By the way, I don't think we've met. My name is Indigo."
No. That is a pretty name. Also a color, right?
It is.
That
Yeah.
is good. I think I like this color. It is good to meet you. I am Pikik Cha. It's in your head because it's 3 so it's. I don't know if
There's
it's weird for him, but
little voice in your head, yeah.
Red rum,
she
red
can only
rum.
she can only telepathy, so she unless you speak 3
I don't. I say back to her, it's very nice to meet you. Indigo is the last color you see before the sun sets and also before it rises. It's more of a symbolic thing.
That is very pretty. She holds up all 4 of her little hands. I like it. Do you like it? Did you pick it?
It was given to me.
That is nice. I am glad that you are here. It is good to see more friends.
We're
Your
allies.
towns are very big.
This is a small place compared to where I've been.
She just looks at him like huge eyes. That is what Purser said. I do not think I could take more dreaming. There is too many dreams here.
Well, Sharn is the city of dreams, so it makes sense.
Do not take her to Sharn. Burst just like panicked look in his new glowing eyes.
It
I would
walks in and
totally,
just starts
I would
like
totally take
foam,
Sharn.
foam coming out of her mouth, like fucking seizing on the floor. Starts making like rabies noises, like
Just shaking her head violently back and forth.
yeah. Quick,
I
get
did
a
not know
cloth in her
you,
mouth.
but I knew Mercy, and Mercy is very good. I like Mercy, though we do not know each other very long. Many of these faces are new, but I would like to go kill rats with you. Would you like to kill rats?
I would like to kill rats more than anything else in the world.
About that.
Let's kill rats! She claps her little hands together.
The rats aren't a priority now that they've gone to ground.
As you guys are talking, like, are you going anywhere? Are you still on the ship? Like, out of
I
curiosity.
I think
think
I
this
we're
know
was
she
still on
was
the
with
ship.
Purser.
this
Okay.
was Purser like getting like reoriented and like getting dressed and stuff, and then Indigo and us kind of
Oh no,
trading
no, I
information.
gotcha.
So
I
I
just
think
wanted
we're
to like know the scene. Okay, cool.
Probably
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
ship.
we're
yeah
trying to
we're
decide where to go anyway,
right.
so.
Gotcha.
We're on the ship like establishing information at the moment.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Pick doesn't know your guys' other quests, but her priority is to heartlessly murder and show the opposite of the Totoro side to the rats that harmed Purser. That's her primary goal right now.
Yeah, from
That's fair.
from
That's fair.
Miyazaki to Junji Ito on them.
Yeah, like we want to take the steep decline for a little bit.
Fair enough.
Since we're doing introductions, I think Leo would also kind of come over and kind of awkwardly clear his throat. And, on that note, we have not properly introduced ourselves. I apologize for the rudeness. It was rather dire there for a moment, so I lost my manners. I am Sir Leo Mertrin. I serve the Queen. It is a pleasure. He'll bow
Tilts her
his head
head.
to you.
What does he look like?
He Leo is a average height, fairly like lean, muscled, um, very shiny blonde man. He is mostly human passing, though he has like a sort of like grayish tint to his skin, and radiates light, which is kind of a giveaway that there's some other stuff
Ooh.
going on. And he has like a sort of scar across his face that does like almost like leak radiance, similar to what's happening now with Purser, though his is much more deeply concerning. Um,
But
but
it glows.
yeah, he has like bright light blonde hair and golden eyes, and he is dressed like head to toe with a lot of like very, I guess Pick wouldn't know what this is, but a lot of like very visibly on Darren gear and armor and like everything of him like that he's wearing is kind of indicative of where he's from and where his allegiances are. Um,
The guy who has
And
an American do-rag or something, like an American flag do-rag type thing.
I am
Yeah.
so much less cringe than like conservative Gen Xers. Don't
I
even
didn't.
fucking go there. Don't even compare me to the fucking Facebook MAGA people. I don't want to hear it,
I was
Sam.
mostly
It's the
thinking.
Frenchman with the fleur-de-lis all over it and just his colors. He's
Yes.
very, yes,
Yes.
he's very hardcore.
I was
Like,
thinking
she has
the
no idea what
anime.
any of that is.
I was thinking the
But
anime
Oh, like Bandit Keith.
interpretation of
Bandit Keith.
Americans. Yeah,
Okay,
like
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's more fair. I don't want to. I don't want to be lumped in with like 40-year-old man wearing sunglasses in his Jeep as profile picture guy. I don't want to.
No, I
I
meant
don't
like
want that energy.
Japan's vision of
Yeah.
Americans. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's acceptable. But yeah, no, the other like big kind of design thing that's worth noting is that he does have a sword at his side that has a little like sort of like ethereal eye symbol that kind of bounces along the blade and just like stares at stuff.
ooh. Well, you can tell her eyes tend to linger on the more glowing things.
A
But
lot of his
she,
shit is glowy.
yeah, she's just looking at him like this is very nice. But
Also,
she's like,
Pick, he has dreams, clearly, like you can see
ooh,
them, but they are simultaneously like very shiny to the point where it's kind of like unpleasant to look at, it's like staring into the sun a little bit, but they're also oddly fuzzy, as if they're a little bit like harder to actually make out. They seem a little like less defined. And of course, although he seems very nice, Indigo is another of your friends who does not dream, which is sad.
oh yeah. She would probably look at it's
Leo.
Leah,
Leo.
Leo,
Yeah.
Leo. She'd look at Leo, and at first it would be like
Leon
she
without
has
the N.
focus. Okay. It'd be like focus on like the glowy bits that are physical, and then that kind of like hazy, like distant look as she looks around him and she's like, your dream is very bright, fuzzy. Almost she'd like blink and kind of like look down and she's like, almost bright, too bright. But good, but very bright.
He'll kind of like
But nice to meet you.
chuckle a bit. He'll be like, "Aha, yes, I get that a lot."
What is your queen?
Ah, I'm fucking Sam. What is her name? I'm blanking on her fucking name. Um, I have it written down somewhere in
Queen
my notes.
or something. Is it
Arala Irwenarn.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Arella. Yep.
Arala, yes.
Yep.
I serve Arala, Arala
Irwenarn.
Irwanan.
Irwinarn, Arala Irwinarn. I serve Arala Irwinarn, the great queen of Onder, the greatest nation.
She just tilts her head. Many think their nations are the greatest nation, but you are certainly the most shiny dreamer I have seen.
My dreams are as bright as my land, of course.
And your cities are, that would be. She just seems like she's processing the concept of everyone's dreams being that bright in a place he is as big as he says it is. And she goes, I do not wish to see.
And Pick, do I have dreams?
Ice Pick. My understanding is his queen is much like Cirxel.
Ah, I see. And she'd look at Mercy. Mercy doesn't? No, she doesn't
Mercer
sleep.
just laughs.
That is the most severe accidental burn. Yeah.
I'm
She's
gonna look at Jotazo and sort of be like, I do not know who that is, but I'm very confident there's been a misunderstanding.
um,
Does Mercy do Warforged have dreams?
nope.
They do not.
Okay. She would look at Mercy and be like, you do not. But you are as pleasant as the best dreams. And thank you for bringing Purser back to us.
By the way, about that, that's twice I've seen you do it in less than 24 hours. Do you just trivialize death wherever you go, or is this a recurring thing for you?
Wait, is he talking to Mercy?
Yeah.
Oh,
You were the one who healed his target after you just about killed her. I think that was more
whoa.
a like, you know,
I got
immediate
there
res.
just in the nick of time. Like,
Yeah, yeah. She hadn't actually crossed over yet.
the next round it would have been too late. Mercy blinks and just goes,
I do not understand what you mean by this.
It's just that I'm used to death being final, and I wasn't really aware that there was anyone out there constantly, or at least routinely, erasing death as easily as it seems that you can.
It was not an easy task, and we now are indebted to, well, yes. Um, Dodorn guides me.
Resurrection is something to be avoided whenever possible. It's not good.
Also, out of character. To be fair, there is no way Indigo doesn't know this trick, but typically in your profession, when especially it's just standard part of the training. Like, okay, kill somebody, like cut off a toe or something from the body, and then go. It doesn't prevent resurrection, but it prevents the affordable resurrection. Like the body has to be whole for most accessible resurrection spells to work. So usually it's just like, you'd kill somebody, you'd real quick lop something off, an ear, a toe, whatever. Then the body isn't whole, they can't res them. Job's done. Um, you've just kind of been cheated of that twice now. I don't know if actually, yeah, kind of twice because you killed the boss there, or some. I think Mercy got the final blow, but you didn't have a chance to lop something off to prevent res, and you know they for some reason wanted to save that lady, that former Caneth lady. So a
He's
little bit of blue
slightly
balling.
for sure.
But anyways, just okay. Done with interjection. Just wanted to point that out.
Do the lizard people dream?
They do.
Okay,
They do. They do.
so
Yep.
Jotozo has dreams.
He has dreams. They're surprisingly typical for dreams. Like they're
Yeah,
not wildly different than Balthasar's dreams or something. So yeah.
So what now?
I do not. What are you guys pursuing? I wish to kill Rat.
Our current quest, or at least the most time pressed quest, is that we are trying to aid the Syrian refugees to find home in the settlement of Rashan and give them better treatment, as they are not treated properly here. Though unfortunately they are not being allowed to exit due to the Storm
Rec-
Lords, the people in charge, wanting to target a certain terrorist amongst them. And since they don't know who it is, they are uh, outlawing all mass exodus options until this person going by the name of Fury is apprehended.
Ugh,
So our current quest, in short, is to identify this Fury and deal with them in some capacity so that we can get in better graces with the Storm Lords in charge of the city.
that makes sense. Well, it is good that you are taking them to Mishann, because when I met the group the first time that they are coming here, they said that they did not have a home anymore and that we are making them one. And it is sad that they are not treated well here, and I know that we will treat them well in my home country.
Indeed. Though the person that we are pursuing, their responsibility for the crimes for which they are pursued has become shaky. We briefly interrogated one of his underlings, and she claimed to have no involvement. And in fact, she seemed almost offended at the accusation, not because it was wrong, but because she would have done better. There are
Well, it is
strange
easier
people
to
here,
print.
but
It's easier to put crimes on people that people already do not treat well. It seems to be common.
indeed.
Additionally, we have concerning intelligence that a specific item is here in the city. I don't want to believe that it is here, but the Prince of Seer has asked us to find it if it is.
Oh. Well, I suppose we must get to work. Do you need to rest? She looks at him concerned.
Yes, he
That's-
does.
That's a good question, DM. How am I feeling?
Considering you were dead, I mean, you feel like you fell down like 30 flights of stairs. Mechanically, you're full and you're level 10 with some abilities that came with some given your up and close personal time with the Silver Flame. So, yeah,
Well, yeah, I'm a wizard. I learn 2 new spells every level.
that
This is
too.
when we learn he actually took a paladin level.
Plot twist. He now had all of his levels are in Paladin, and he's going to
Yeah.
insist he's a wizard.
Yeah, I got
Triple paladin party. Let's go.
for the knowledge of everyone at level 10, my subclass gave me this.
It is cool.
Oh, is this the everything is radiant? The fire is radiant?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Here we go.
Yes.
Getting the money now.
Everything's immune to radiant. Fuck you, Sam. I'm leaving.
I mean, you'd have to make them both radiant and fire to stop me now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
Daniel has done like I play a peace cleric in his Thursday game, and he has thrown a couple things at me that are immune to radiant damage after I like upcast.
One of them was an accident. I had no idea it was immune to radiant.
I've done that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're picking monsters as a DM, you pick what looks good, man. Like, what
Yeah.
thematically pick. Like, you. I've definitely done that before, where I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably be okay.
Wait, these intellect devourers are dangerous? I had no idea.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways. So, what do you guys want to do next? Given that Purser
Yeah,
is
I
indeed
think
feeling up to task, he's just wincing with every step.
yeah, Leo is rearing to go. Like we
We need
we
to
gotta
find
get
the
back on
Fury.
this. Yeah.
Okay.
I
So the
believe
last update
it'd
we had, I
be
believe,
most.
was that Metrol hangs out at like a dive bar, but I'm assuming he's gone by now. It's the next day. Like,
You shouldn't have left me dead so long. This is going to delay us.
That's the
is that in
Purser we know and
character?
love.
Excuse you, Fred Purser.
Faster about it next time, guys. To
I
be
think Leo
fair,
is too
there was
too nice a guy to like sarcastically snap back at that, but know that I'm thinking it.
Mercy just like turns and stares at you for a moment.
I believe it is wise to give chase to those who follow the Fury. After all, they have already started to scatter. They won't unscatter if we wait.
I concur.
We can always hunt down for rats later.
Did we know the name of this bar that Metrol, whoever goes to?
You do know it. One moment.
So we can go there, smash some heads, and figure something out.
Get back into the groove.
Yeah. It's let's see.
I'm a paladin of the Silver Flame, and I've spent too much time dead. I need to make up for it.
That is a hell of a
By killing
sentence to
people.
scare people.
I was not given time off.
My hours, I need my hours.
Yeah. Capitalism comes for us all. The Rusty Nail in the Forge Light District.
Oh, that place. Ugh.
It's less a bar and more like a business, that has learned to specialize in catering to the city's surprisingly large Warforged population.
Oh.
The Iron Watch is all Warforged.
let's get going. We need to find some information.
All right. So, with that in mind, I'll use the party token because it's everybody. You guys head to the Forge Light District. Once again, it is the occasional lightning strike. It's still raining pretty hard. The streets, some of the worst streets, we'll say, briefly become something like a cross between a river and a bog, as just immediately turns to mud. You see bits of trash, things like that, all floating towards the harbor, which is the lowest point, a lot, or into sewer drains. Some sewer drains overflow, some still work surprisingly well. Um, but this is definitely not a real fun city to walk through in the rain, as if there's a lot. Um, Poetically, as you get near Forge Light, you guys do see a particularly large dead rat floating through the makeshift rivers. Um, but other than that, no one jumps you. No zombies come out of the walls, things like that.
I'll give the rat a firebolt just to make sure it's dead.
It pops, so you're fairly certain it was indeed dead. But yeah, Forge Light, even in this weather, it's not quiet. Not at all. The hammering of the smithies, gouts of steam coming out where the water rains down on, hot surfaces. Clash of arms against shields and armor. Deneath prides itself. If it's raining, they're training. They do not care. The roar of the furnaces. These things make the place a tempest of metallic noise. The smell of hot steel isn't even washed out with this much rain. Uh, Whenever a breeze comes from the foundry to the south, um, it is not it's not a quiet district, but like when you go by people under umbrellas or just under overhangs, things like places out of the rain, the people are kind of hushed. Nobody here is wasting words. They go about their business with a grim and admirable efficiency. The language of motion that infects the whole district with its seriousness is just everywhere. This is like, I won't say it's like inhuman, but this is just definitely a place where people are not indulging in the silliness that is the rest of the city. Like even the buildings look a lot less ramshackle. Your typical Stormreach street, even if it's decent, is going to have like an occasional ship hole used as part of the roof. This is a city where they don't throw out much if they can help it. They just work it into things. So it kind of gives it a ramshackle look. This is a much more official, like everybody here is taking themselves seriously. And yeah, most of the folk you see on the street have some equipment with House Beneath Crest, um, or like the Warforged steel gauntlet of the Iron Watch, which only Warforged are wearing. That's a distant second. Overall, the entire district gives off the feeling of a military base combined with a factory. Um, so yeah. The Rusty Nail, for its part, is a sprawling shop with its sign painted, or more likely simply stained a rust red, hung with an oversized iron nail. Uh, Inside, it's closest to a weapon shop with more than half the stock only suitable for Warforged. Armor, arms, oil, special oils for treating live wood frames, exotic polish for metal plating, and even cosmetic reshaping for Warforged who want to alter aspects of their appearance is available for sale here.
I'm going to pose a question to the group. Why would a Syrian refugee be hanging out in this district? It's not, especially here.
Metro is a Warforged.
Yeah.
Oh, he is? Oh,
Yeah,
he's a
Leia
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Leia will just be like, I suppose for racial solidarity.
Oh, I was under the impression we were looking for a human.
Well, the Fury is presumably a human, though I'm not absolutely sure.
His actual identity, or even the whole his, very vague. Supposedly a former spy.
Did we have any information on Metrol to be able to identify them?
Warforged, who's kind of the muscle side of things for the Fury, but
So
beyond
no.
that, yeah, no. Yeah.
A strong Warforged. Awesome.
Does he have metal parts too? Does that help? Yeah.
Before walking in, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self and make myself look like a Warforged, like a smaller model.
Please do not.
I
That's
do.
fine. Listen, there's 2 Warforged walking in. This guy, not a bad idea. But behind the counter is a middle-aged human man with a prosthetic arm and disfiguring burn scars covering most of his left side. He smiles when you enter the shop. Welcome to the Rusty Nail. If you need anything, don't hesitate to let me know.
Do we get any like odd looks not being an entirely Warforged group?
I mean, there's not a lot of like people in here at the moment. So this is it's about noon. You know what? I'll say there's like what looks like a Warforged laborer looking through like the selection of arms, but he's he kind of glances at you, or rather they kind of glance at you, but it's that's not unusual. The guy behind the counter is human, so.
Okay.
It is about 7:30.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Time flies.
Indeed,
We
I
s-
completely lost track. Yeah. Do you guys want to end it here, or do you want to finish up what you're doing in the
I'm cool
shop? Or
to open up next time on the like actually going through the bar or whatever.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that works for me. Solid point. Yeah, in that case, I will